Things of that nature, and you owe it to yourself. Oh.
What it do, y'all? Another version of that Things of That Nature. Sports Talk Wednesdays live at that 1 p.m. It's that D and Doc Madness. You owe it to yourself to tap in and get the latest and greatest on our sports teams, as well as yours. And always looking for those to tap in. What it do, D?
Man, it's good. I'm good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, man. I can hear
All
you.
right.
You're
So,
looking well. Yeah, man. Everything except for this,
so,
stuff that we normally have going on the StreamYard, little bitty bits, technical
yeah,
difficulties like we always do. But
it
y'all
always
gotta
tripping.
excuse us, man, because sometimes they be tripping out. And when I say sometimes, that's all the time. All right.
Yeah,
'Cause,
basically. That's what
it
that
it is
is.
to us
Every
again,
single
right? Like now with
yeah.
the whole resizing, ever since we had that panel, man, and the music and all of that kind of stuff, man, and we was talking about on the session, the live that we went and had on that, it seems like messed up all of our sizes of the windows and what we have as far as like the layouts, I guess. But anyhow, we ain't even gonna stay on top on that. We're gonna go ahead and move it on and do what we do. What everybody came here to listen to, right? And let's go ahead and dive into the wildest week of sports, NBA shakeups, NFL heat, WNBA drama. And oh yeah, man. I don't know if you heard, bro, but somebody threw something on the court on a game last night, bro, on the W. So we're gonna go ahead and tap into
What?
all of that, bro. It's crazy. It's wild for the fans
Wow.
out there. But before we move on, we gotta do what we do. Get a shout outs and thanks to the people that support, people that follow, people that tap in. You know what I'm saying? My guy over
Yes.
there that puts in a lot of work as well to make this whole show go round. But all of that just to say that we got a lot on this channel, man. You want to go ahead and plug in all the segments, my guy?
Man. Okay, so well, first and foremost, we're gonna rock with unfiltered convos, right?
Hmm.
That's our mainstay. We talk about everything, anything, nothing is off the table because it's unfiltered. You feel me? We also
Yep.
have our wonderful Stone Not Stupid segment for all those 420 enthusiasts, those who love to medicate and elevate and not perpetrate. And then every now and then, if they get lucky, penetrate. You feel me? So we're gonna do it like that, right? Um, Always putting something good in your belly with, of course, the one and only Chef D, aka
Hmm.
Cal Grizzly the Chef, Left Coast Kings. We doing it the way we do it. The session with, of course, Doc Madness. I'll be there too.
Yeah.
Tony Effects be in the building with us, where it's,
Yeah.
the producer, the artist, the lover of music, man, and all that good stuff that goes
Mhm.
round. Also, don't forget we do have an addition to that, and that's music reviews and also movie reviews. So, we'll let you know about the
Mhm.
movies that's out there that we think is cool or not, and
Yep.
along with music from all genres and then some.
That part.
We also, of course, what we here for today, right? Sports Live every Wednesday, 1 o'clock. You better tap in if you want to get your opinion in, right? Other than that, we gonna talk our shit, and you gonna have to deal with it. Uh,
That part.
what am I
That
missing?
part.
What's in your playlist? What's in your
That's
playlist? What
it.
y'all slapping? What's on your daily
Mhm.
grind? What are you listening to that motivates you? Let us know because we letting y'all know. And
Yep.
I think that's it, right? Did I wrap it up?
Yeah,
Did I get
man.
it all?
Nah, bro.
I
You
nailed it
did.
on
I
the
mean,
head,
you nailed it,
right?
bro. You nailed it. I mean, we also got, I'm saying, other stuff coming up, but bro, I know it's a lot to
Strain of the
remember.
day. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? We
stream
got
of the
strain of the
day.
day. What you
But we
smoking
also
on?
do
You
the
feel me?
session live now. We got the session, the segments, and then the
Session
session
live.
live. So I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
we build it, bro. We putting the stacks on, and
yeah,
thank you. Just want to say, 'cause we do get to see the analytics, things that come across, and I know it makes me and D feel, I'm saying, a little bit of love coming across because we see the viewership goes up, but we just got to get these subs up though. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no
yeah,
shame
yeah.
in the game. We see the viewers going up, like man, bye 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 bye. But the viewership, but we just need to go ahead and get some new subscribers too. So
Yeah,
tapping that like, you know what I'm saying, comment, do that interaction so we can make sure it gets in the algo for other people as well, right? We
yeah.
got to
Hit that bell. Hit that bell. You know what I'm saying?
notify.
Get them notifications, man. Hey, oh, I forgot. Hey, y'all tap in. All you gamers out there in Twitch land. What's up with it? Fuck with us because we on here getting it in, man. Trying to do some new things and
Yeah.
some other avenues. So all the world
Hey.
people out there on Twitch, Cam the jeweler. What's up with it, homie? We know
What's
you
up?
on
What's
there
up?
heavy doing what it
Yep.
do. So, that's one of our thinksters and supporters. So we can, check him out on Twitch as well as us. And let's get it.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and dive into it because why you owe it to yourself to stay tuned in. So let's go. All right,
Yes,
man. I
sir.
just want to go ahead and top this one right off real quick, bro. Bro, the W last night was wild. It's what I'm
Yeah.
telling you. Like I was telling you,
What's going down?
hey, bro. First of all, man, I done go ahead and caved in, man. I got the little W League pass, so now I'm all in,
Okay.
man. I'm all in, and I'm glad I did, man. My son and I just sat back and we both was talking about it, and some things were. It was a night where nothing was really vibing. We weren't watching nothing. Wasn't trying to get down on the sticks on games, and we was like, damn, there's some games coming on, man. We wish we could watch. So we talked about it. I was like, fuck it, bro. Pull the trigger. But anyway, so I'm glad I did. Don't talk about it, be about it. So now let's go ahead and talk about what the fuck happened, bro. It was court
Yeah.
chaos last night, bro. All right,
Was
first
it
of
was it
all,
like a Malice at the Palace type shit?
nah, it wasn't even like that, bro.
Was it that bad? Okay.
It wasn't bad, like as in that, right? It was the
Okay.
Spark and the Liberty, basically. So you had LA versus New York, right? That was that going right
Oh
there.
yeah.
And I believe it was in LA last night. They played
Okay.
also previously, I think a couple nights before. So it was a back to back, but one there, one here. Um, bro, a sex toy was thrown on the court, my guy. A
Okay. I
sex toy
did.
was,
You know what? I saw a clip of that and I wasn't
bro.
watching. You know how you just listening? And yeah, I heard about that. Okay. What's up with
Yeah,
that,
bro.
bro? What's up with
Man,
that?
that's crazy because it was in real time. I'm watching the game, and you can see like soon as it happens, you can kind of see everybody step off, and then you can almost see them chuckling and laughing. And I'm like, what happened? Right? Did somebody like break wind or what? Because we don't sit in there like, oh, somebody threw something on the courts. Now they're clearing everybody out, and you can see people, and they said, oh, they're pointing at people are pointing in the fans to go ahead and selling out whoever the hell it is. They was pointing in different directions. You're like, nah, that came from there. But the funny thing is they were showing like the players on the sidelines, and you could just see they were over there, like the one it landed next to like real literally like landed right next to her feet kind of deal, bro. She was over there laughing it up. So I'm glad to see that they was able to have at least a chuckle and saying something funny to come out of it.
Yeah.
I'm glad it wasn't really nothing like
Too
malicious to hurt
outlandish.
them.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, exactly.
And
It
I
wasn't
get
thrown at a person. It was thrown just
right.
out on the floor just for
Well,
whatever.
it did hit
That's
the player. It did hit the
Oh, it
player
did
from
the
what
player? Okay. Okay. That's still hey, bro. As long as they could take it as a,
yeah.
and
But
laugh it
not
off,
only
I
that,
guess,
and at least you could throw in a sex toy. That doesn't mean you're really trying to hurt somebody. You're really trying to be funny, right? Or
yeah.
do whatever it is that you do. You're really not aiming to hurt somebody. So, but amidst
Unless
all of
it
that,
wasn't intentional, you know.
right? Like I want to throw my D at you, right? Or I don't even know if it was that because Anyway, we ain't gonna get into that conversation. But
Yeah.
um, it's the third court incident in a week though, in 7 days. So
Oh wow.
that's something that's got to be a little bit more concerning in as far as security concerns, player
Yeah.
concerns, even fan
So
concerns.
I've been to games. I haven't been to a W game, but I've been to enough
I
NBA,
already going as
NFL.
soon as it happened, bro. I had this thought. Go ahead, go ahead.
So we all know if you carrying purses and bags, like with football, I know if that bag ain't clear, that motherfucker don't even get in, bro. Like they don't really, like they don't even really tolerate it, right? So
Right.
I'm trying to figure out.
Same thing in the NBA,
And when
bro.
you
I haven't
bring a
been to
bag, what do? Tell you to
yeah,
open it. They look
open it
through.
up.
So
Now
who
I can't say this. I
you
went to the
can't.
Angels game last week. It wasn't a strict. They weren't strict about it.
Oh, okay.
Because like we walked right by people was walking right by only I guess if they were on a honor system if you decided to be like, hey, I know this is the routine, so I'm bringing my bag, or I every now and then like a woman, they're like, hey, let me go ahead and because they be having a big old satchels and shit. So
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
yeah.
was watching people just go by that had stuff, bro, and I'm like, that's kind of crazy. They didn't even like, because when I go
It-
to the Clippers games, man, you got to empty pockets. You got to put everything out. You got to pull everything out, bro. We didn't
Everything
have
out the pocket. Yeah.
we had
Yeah.
none of that. So
That's how
maybe I was thinking the same thing. Like, damn, I wonder if they tripping at the W and letting people get by because I had to give up fingernail clippers before, like losing because I have
they be
fingernail
tripping
clippers
off that kind of stuff,
on my
man.
chain, right?
I
So they
went
when my keys, they're like, nope, that
yeah,
gotta
I went to
go.
the what was that? We was at the Golden One Center, and it wasn't basketball, but it was a Mary J. Blige concert, and they wouldn't even let me take my lighter in, bro. And part of me was like, damn, I shouldn't even took it out of my pocket, right?
But now
Because I I was trying to figure out how motherfuckers was in there smoking. So I was like, man, this ain't even cool because matches, yeah, it was matches. So I know when I go to concerts, I'm taking matches from here on out. So all you concert goers that like to burn it down in the concert,
Mm-hmm.
I need some matches because some of these
But
places are really cracking
you're right,
down.
bro. Like, how would you get in with a sex toy? I mean, depending
Yeah,
on how big it was, too. I mean, we're not talking probably portal
but
big.
still,
I don't
bro.
know, personal. I don't know, bro.
But
But
still,
still,
why would you even bring it?
well, for this reason.
Yeah, but
But why would you? First of all, you pay for tickets to go in the game to get kicked out and possibly get,
exactly, bro.
you know what I'm saying, suspended from ever return because they don't know what your
They
intent is.
could ban
What
you.
if
They don't know what your intentions are.
right? Exactly. And what if you would have
You know
threw
what
that
I'm
and
saying?
one of these? What if it would have landed on under somebody's foot? And then they rolled an ankle,
Yeah,
twisted something,
exactly.
popped a hammy, an Achilles, an ACL, MCL, growing
Anything,
pull, strain, anything, knee, patella,
anything.
man, you name it, right? So
Yeah,
anyhow, but just that's something that they gotta, man. If that's the third incident, bro, in 7 days, that's definitely something that they gotta be looking more
yeah.
into.
Security needs to be a little stricter and tighter about what's
Yeah,
going on out there
right.
because if it's that, what's next? That's your thing. What's going to be thrown out there next? Is it, you know? And why would you? I don't
We ain't
get why
doing
people
nothing, man.
spend.
I don't even know what's next. Stop throwing shit out there. I can't come to your job and throw stuff into your damn mix, man. Come
Yeah,
on.
bro. Let's just stop doing that shit. And why are you willing to spend all that money to risk
Right,
getting thrown out? That
right,
shit's dumb to me, bro. None of them tickets are cheap for any of these events, bro. I don't care
right.
how reasonable of a price you found.
But
At
once
the
you
end of
get
the
there,
day,
you pay a lot, man.
yeah,
That popcorn, that drink,
popcorn,
that
food,
beer is
drinks,
$20.
yeah,
That beer is
yeah,
$20. Them nachos
yeah,
is $25 if you want the souvenir, right? Or whatever,
yeah.
right?
You want the
So
little
I
souvenir
mean,
cup or the woo
yeah,
wop,
cup
yeah,
or whoop, whoop, whatever, man, it's gonna cost you, man. For three of us to eat at a game is $100.
yeah. That's why we
Easy.
ate
That's
before
the
we.
meal. That ain't even for the snack. That ain't for the
Yeah,
ice cream, the
this ain't the
sundae.
movies. You can't bring shit in your pockets either, right?
Well, now, man, I ain't against trying
Oh
because
no, hell no,
if I
hell
make it,
no.
I'm because I seen people in there with some skeptical shit that I was like, where the fuck did
How
you
the
buy
fuck you
that?
get in with that?
Or how? Yeah, where'd you get it? How'd you get in?
Where'd you
Hey,
get that
I
at?
seen
Yeah,
people with coolers, bro. How does that
yeah.
work? How do you get a cooler in there? You got to know somebody. But anyway, let's go ahead and move forward. All my thanks is out there. You let us know, man, in the chat if the fan behavior is getting a little bit out of control at some of these events, especially if you've been to an event that you may know or seen. You know what I'm saying? Just let us know, man. Put it in the comments below. Tap in. Let us know what you feel. Is fans getting out of control, or should the WNBA and do these leagues need to just go ahead and be stricter or even leaner about into the attention that it's bringing because once again we talking about it is making headway and newsway.
Headway,
Unfortunately we live
yeah.
in a society that do like this kind of you know
They
cooler
like
talk.
drama.
So
They like
yeah,
drama and
little
shit. Yeah.
drama.
Hey, bro, I got some news for you. I don't know if you knew, but maybe you do.
Mhm.
Uh, ESPN has just acquired the NFL Network.
Yeah, yep, yep,
So,
yep,
so
yep.
it's a blockbuster media deal where the ESPN is acquiring NFL Network, the Red Zone channel, and NFL Fantasy in exchange for 10% equity stake in ESPN. So that gives the NFL some leverage and money. in the largest sport network on the planet,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
So it's kind of a smart
Yep.
move, I guess. So ESPN will now air 28 NFL games per season, uh, up from the prior 2025, right? NFL Network is still going to broadcast 7 games, but some will shift from ESPN's original schedule,
Hmm,
right? Uh,
okay.
I guess on the good end of it for the NFL, they retain control of NFL Films and
Mhm.
NFL.com, while ESPN gains board rights to red zone branding and distribution.
Right, right. Hmm. Well, I'm gonna say
Yeah.
this. I think the good thing about that is that now you don't have to. It's centralizing the content because everybody goes to ESPN in some form or fashion to go ahead and get their updates, their, you know what I'm saying? They were at work, they were out and about, they was at the baby shower, they wherever the hell they had something to do because everybody can't sit at home and watch every game.
Yep.
They tap into ESPN to either catch the rerun, the something, right? Something to that,
Yeah.
some form or fashion to catch up on the
Highlights,
game.
anything, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that's a huge move because it's centralizing it. I don't know what the numbers are as far as like the red zone packages and all of that, the network. Um, I'm curious, and I hope you don't take this as a personal, but do you get either of those packages? Because I can honestly say I don't. But do you
Uh,
get any packages?
I used at one point,
Oh,
I
that's right.
did pay for, I was paying for that shit. Like,
Right.
well, honestly, I take that back. No, because I no, I wasn't. Because it was part of, yeah. When I was in back, if it was the part of the cable package, I think I had Red Zone included or
Okay.
something else.
Right. Right.
Um,
Right.
and once we got, once I got
Yep.
the
The
uh
infamous.
the infamous, yeah.
Mhm,
Well, I had a service before the other thing,
mhm.
and that one was a paid service, a yearly service that was still well worth what I was getting
Right. Right.
because I didn't have to pay to watch anything. Well, I take that back. You're gonna pay for internet because you need it,
Right.
but that's outside of internet, I didn't have to pay. I wasn't paying for uh, service or anything like that,
Right.
and I have issues with NFL networking them because they'll tell you, "Oh, never always get to watch your team play," and and that shit'll be blacked out.
Yeah, I'm about to say
You can't
you got to
watch your
read the
home
small
games. You
print.
can't. You know what I
You got
mean?
to read
They do
that
you
small
dirty.
print. You got to
Yeah,
read
you
that
got to read the
small
small print.
print.
They do you
They
dirty in them
tell you
shits.
that. It'll tell you
And
any out of market or like
out of
blackout,
market.
yep, out of market games can be black marketed. And if you're local, that's an out of market game because they want to drive you to the stadium or to, how they be
Yeah.
having these little hosted events at the stadiums to come watch them and stuff like that. So you are right.
Yep.
Yep.
And Direct TV. They had the NFL ticket. They fuck you over with that because I got a partner that. Shout out to my big homie, Sean Cox. He might be watching. He might not be. I don't know. He normally tap in and say something to us. That's one of my OGs, and he originally from Chicago, so he a Bears fan. Had Direct TV for I don't know, ask me how long, but since it been around, probably I don't know. And he was like, "Man, I gotta complain every year. Why am I paying for this shit? If you blacking out the fucking games in the city for the team I want to watch, that doesn't make any sense, right? So they do you dirty. So you got to be careful. And if you guys have other means of streaming that you out there doing, more power to you. Do what you do, because sometimes they get us with the YouTube TV and everybody, man. Like all these different things offering you the same thing, but just a little different. Oh, we're gonna give you this, we're gonna give you
Right.
that, but we do this and we do that, and then when you sign up and spend all that money, it really ain't worth it because you're not getting all of what you think you're getting.
Right. The
And it's
best thing,
unfortunate for
best thing
sports lovers.
the best thing that I would suggest if you do have a team that you want to follow, see if they have their own streaming network or their own platform. Because, like I know, that's one thing Clipper Vision that they have, right? Like
Yeah,
they, like Steve Ballmer invest into that, but that's paired with somebody. So you got to see who they're paired with, because I
yeah.
believe that's paired with Hulu
Hulu.
or
I was gonna say Hulu or
or Bally.
Sling.
Right. So it's like you got to know, and sometimes it moves around. 'Cause I know, like I said, it was here 1 year, so your loyalty to that might change. But
Yeah, because
that's
those companies' loyalty is to the
right,
highest. You
right.
know,
But
if
what they're
Hulu says
doing
we
is
offer this, that, and the other, and then Sling TV come back and say, "Hey, we'll put that and put this on top for next time. Give us 5 years." They gonna switch over. Trust me. They're gonna do
right,
whatever's gonna make them to
right,
bring in the best revenue for them. At the end of the day, they don't care about us that much.
right,
No
right.
matter how
Well,
much we spend, right? We make these motherfuckers
right,
billions, and you don't get any
definitely,
kind of love kickback, right? Except
right,
for thank you. You know what I'm saying? Not from the owners. Now the now the players will show you more love because that's what they gonna do, right? But corporation wise, they don't give a fuck. They just want your money.
right, right. That
It's just
part,
how
that
it go
part.
down, right?
Definitely, it's a stake in the NFL. You know what I'm saying, that ESPN is definitely, you know what I'm saying, making sure that they plant their flags deep, man, because
Oh yeah.
that's a huge acquisition or partnership, I should say,
Oh
however you
yeah.
want to
It's a
look
nice
at
it's
it.
a nice media deal. It's a real nice
Right,
media deal.
right,
That gives ESPN a lot of control over
right.
some things. Yeah.
So
Yeah. And
definitely,
now then the politics begin, right? Because now the
yeah,
teams are gonna be like, hey, we need more airtime. Oh, nah, y'all not a big market. Well, you needed this and we out of that and yada 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 and
yeah. I
so on and
wonder
so
what that does for the pay, because just like the W, what they're going through, they just inked that $2.2 billion deal, and as soon as they did, not soon as, but now that's also thrown in the CBA in their agreement, because now that's part of that money, even though that does go to the owners, so that makes the owners now be able to have more to pay out, right? So I don't
you
know
would
how
think,
that
you would
works.
hope.
Well, that's how it's going in the W. I'm just saying, like, it's got to be pretty similar. With
Oh yeah,
little
because I'm sure the players union is involved. They're gonna
right,
be talking to the NFL like, okay, what does this mean for us and our
right.
our players and all
Yep,
that good stuff.
definitely,
So
definitely.
in some lighter news, and I'm gonna take it to your sport that you like the most, which is that b-ball. I seen a video with Rasheed Wallace. They were asking him why he wasn't on 2K.
Oh yeah.
And he said something that I really respect. He said CTC,
Mm-hmm.
cut the check.
Mm-hmm.
And they
Yep.
only offering players like 10 racks to have their likeness and things of that nature on
Mm-hmm.
the game. And he said, no, you're not going to use me. That's why Barkley
I'm
isn't
about to
on
say
them either.
Barkley's another one.
Barkley's another one. Yeah. I respect those guys
Mm-hmm.
for standing on business and standing on principle and say, no, you're not going to pimp my fucking likeness and use me on a video game and just think 10 grand gonna be cool.
Right.
No, you're gonna have to put another zero or two behind there. And I'm gonna
Right.
need some percentages on these sales. Right? I'm just you want to use my face and like what does Shaq do when Shaq buy a company? Hey, I'm gonna sell it to you. I'll sell you the company, but you're gonna make me the face of that bitch, pay me and put me on the board, right?
Mm-hmm. Right. And
Pay
that's
me what
once
pay me
again,
my
man,
worth.
it's know your value. Yeah, about to say you got to know
Exactly.
your value in anything that you do. Since we're speaking, this is Sports Talk Wednesdays, that we're gonna keep it a sports, but I mean, definitely got to know your worth, man. These
Yeah,
players, they
yeah.
do it every time when they go into these negotiation deals. I'm sure right now, Luca, right? That deal that he got just most recently, that wasn't something that was just like, oh, okay, here, we're gonna walk this into you. He knew what he was worth, right?
Yeah,
He knew what he was about to do. He knew exactly everything that was coming with it and what he
hey.
needs to do. You see, he put
Three
his
three year, 165 million extension, baby.
that's what I'm saying, man. And not only
And
that,
he got and he getting in shape and he done drop some pounds and shit and looking.
right, and there's a 1-year option too, so
Yeah,
they can still add another year onto that. And look at him, like you said, he's getting into shape. It's kind of odd how I would think, right? Since we sliding into this conversation, I would think that if we were welcoming somebody upon the show, let's say a third member, and it was a female that had a little bit of following, that brought something to the show, we would welcome her with open arms, right? We would make sure that there was an
definitely.
easy transition, there was a seamless, you know what I'm saying? Everything was seamless. How can we assist and all of that, right? I don't see none of that coming from Bro Lebron over to Luka, because remember
Oh
he
man,
made
no, because
everybody go to
when you a buster, you're a buster.
a filler
Busters do what
bust,
busters do.
filler
Busters
buster.
do what busters do. Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
buster, bro. La Buster. La
Lebron the
Buster.
Buster.
Yeah, yeah. So,
But
hey, Luca teamed up with ESPN's Take Back Sports, right? Initiative to support youth athletics.
didn't
Yeah.
know that.
So he's out there doing some things with the community too as well, which is a good thing. So shout out to
Always,
Luca for for doing what he do, right?
always.
And fuck LeBuster for
Mm-hmm.
him because he picked up his 52.6 million player option for 25-26 season, making this his 23rd NBA season where he should be on the bench. Boo to you, sir. Sorry. And that's from a what? Lakers fan, a real one. Ain't your trash ass off my team, man. You making LA look bad, bro.
Come on, man, you ain't gotta leave LA. Come right on over. You know what I'm saying?
So
The
why? So he could
LeBron,
irritate y'all too?
no, not Lebron. I'm talking about y'all.
Oh
Y'all,
no, we're not crossing
y'all
over to
come
that.
on
No,
over.
I'm
And step
bald. I don't
look,
need
look,
clippers. I'm
Lebron
good.
that decided to come in and try to use our old facilities to work out in and take his glamour shots for social media. Um, you feel me? And then he had his boy Rich Paul come out there and be his puppet and just talk gibberish and sounding like AI talking to AI in a whole nother language that don't mean about nothing. I don't know what planet these dudes live on, man, but they are not
Man,
bigger than the legacy of the Lakers, and this is coming from a Clipper
exactly.
diehard. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that much. An
Yeah.
anti-Laker for life, but still, bro, you ain't about to come over here and just do that to that legacy. And where's all the
Yeah.
legends? Where's Magic? Where's Kareem? Where's Worthy? Where's Byron Scott?
Yeah.
Where's all of these
Yeah.
people at, man? Where's even Bloody? You know what I mean? Like, where's all
Because
of
why do you
these
fuck with the
dudes at?
Kings?
That's Don't matter, bro. It don't matter. You
I
can still
know.
come
I
out and
know.
speak on it, bro. Like that's real
You
talking.
should.
Cause
I think all the OGs should be speaking on the lame shit. Like, come on, just
right,
call it what it is. This is bullshit. This is not
that's disrespect.
basketball. This is not something a basketball player does or should be doing because it's a team sport. Like he even said one time, "Oh, if you want to be a superstar, go play tennis. Go play a single person sport." Well, hey, Lebron, go play one on nobody by yourself, motherfucker, because that's all you care about is yourself. You know what I'm
Get
saying? Play
into
against your hologram. Don't,
a glizzy eating contest. How about
yeah,
that?
like go play by yourself, bro. By yourself with yourself
That's
in
what I'm
any
saying,
shape
man.
or form or fashion. No one cares.
No
Like
one
you
cares.
you're really fucking up the
Never cared.
integrity of an organization and you fucking it up for the youth. I'm
All
sorry.
y'all
You're
Lebron
tearing it
fans
up
are
for the
gonna
youth.
see, man, in 5 to 10 years when they really come out with all of this great videotape that shows greatness like Jordan, Kobe, all Shaq, you know what I'm saying, Duncan, Robinson, all of the greats, man, Magic Johnson, Worthies, Kareems, all of these people in the past that were great. They got nice footage. They got this, and they didn't. It had nothing to do with tearing down organizations, man. Wait in five,
Ever.
10 years.
You
Watch
never
what comes
heard,
out. Watch what
bro,
comes
you
out.
rarely heard players of that magnitude talk shitty about an organization, even if they
Right.
were unhappy. They never try to cause a bunch of drama within the organization. When Barkley went from Philly to Phoenix,
Mhm.
it was business.
Mhm.
Barkley was like, "Look, this was what I want. They can't give it to me. These people can. I'm gonna make my move."
Right.
Right? He
Right.
didn't fuck the Sixers and yada yada and or try to get the coach fired and all this crazy shit, bro. No,
Right.
motherfuckers knew they role, played their position, dog, and they
He
didn't
didn't.
make too many excuses when they got their ass whooped.
Hey, what would have happened if he would have went over to another like the rivals practice facility and start taking glamour shots,
Hey, in real life,
and
bro, you
then
would have
had
got
his
your ass whipped
peon,
in the locker room. Come practice,
and then
you
had
would have
his
got
peon
checked.
come
Like
out and explain it.
like the
Had
homies
his
would have checked
Muppet,
you, like on some
had
real
his
shit.
Muppet come out and explain it, man. Get the out of here, bro. What they take us as, bro? And I'm like, once again, bro, don't bring that shit on over to the Clippers, man. I know he was trying to do all of that. I didn't even want that in the background because then it makes it seem like we got something to do with it, and we ain't got nothing to do with
Yeah,
it.
like
I
y'all talking to
get it,
him where he's secretly
right? Like, oh y'all, we got
yeah,
something on the table. We're gonna be moving some needle like by doing something. Nah, the only person that we
bro.
going after, we'll talk about my Clippers separate from him. Man, I ain't
Yeah,
gonna
yeah, yeah,
waste that
yeah.
same energy. But let me also say this though, bro. The Bulls, man, I do like what's going on, man. There's a resurgence. The league is doing this, and I give them a salute, bro. Is that the Bulls nostalgia fire back with the MJ themed uniforms, bro? They doing the red pinstripe. Remember them?
Oh shit, yeah, I remember
Yeah,
those.
they bringing them back. Yeah, the Jordan red pinstripe for nostalgic,
Okay,
bro. So that's gonna be dope, bro. I'm
okay,
I'm excited to see that.
that's
They're
what's
not my
up.
favorite ones, but hey, you know what? Any
Hey,
homage, I'm with it.
yeah, if you're gonna pay respect, yeah, exactly.
I'm with it.
That's
Yeah,
you
that
gotta do
part.
that. And speaking of Jordan, shout out to him for signing WWE's Roman Reigns to Team Jordan.
Oh,
Yeah, he just signed Roman
ooh,
Reigns.
that's
For all
big.
you wrestling fans out there, WWE,
That's big.
he is the first
That's
sports
big.
entertainer wrestler to be signed with Team Jordan. So salute to that shit. I think that's
That's
dope.
huge.
He's
That's
opening up
huge.
a bigger market now for now
Yeah,
you're gonna have wrestling shoes and you know what I'm saying? He already got, cleats and golf shoes and what yada yada. Now it's just another market for them
everything now
to
wrestling
bring
too.
in
Let
the
me just add
wrestling, bro.
to what I was tapping into, bro. They're the new statement edition uniforms, the red pinstripes, reminiscence of the '90s glory days when he was at the top in the height or in the pinnacles, right, and rising. But also, peep this: the date that they're gonna drop it, those uniforms, it aligns with the dude's birthday week, bro. Like this is you can't. Okay, so we go
That's
from
what's up.
talking all of this about Lebron, right? About all the bull malarkey. This is 20, 30 years later, bro.
This man
And
is
this
still relevant, bro.
this was still going. And then I know everybody when you look up on your phones, you're seeing the new the new shoes, the new, you know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. You're seeing
Yeah,
those, right? You're seeing everything. You're seeing
yeah,
all of the stuff that's coming about it. That's what's doing what. So that way everybody's seeing that's what greatness is. I'm not trying to say that conversation need more attention to it. But look at man, you ain't hearing none of this bad nonsense. These are videos that's making people who haven't been able to see that man, his legacy, love him. People that took it the wrong way or had a missed, conception of how this man played has watched these videos or watched the dynasties of this individual and his teams and came back and be like, man, I need a just like how I did with Kobe. And that was during my time. It's just I wasn't feeling them like that. But man,
yeah,
now after the passing, rest in peace, man. That's a huge minus
yeah,
that we need
yeah,
that would have put a
yep,
lot of this talk to bed. And
yep.
Jordan ain't the one to come out and denounce, but I would have told you this: Kobe would have denounced it because
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
more right in his level, right there, or
yep,
time frame to do so. Where Magic would have just been like, just like any old head, right? Oh, you're just a bitter old head.
yeah, yeah.
Don't want to pass
Magic
the
said they knew that motherfucker was the man.
right.
You know what I'm saying? He
He
said
didn't
we
walk
was
in
talking
saying
shit
it
and we
either.
tested him. And he
Mhm.
said he put it on us. And then he
Right.
said, "Hey, there's a new sheriff in town." He said, and me and Larry said, "You damn right it is." And he said,
Yeah.
"You
Yeah.
damn right it is." And that's just respect, right? It wasn't, "Oh, fuck him." None of that. No hating, no nothing, man. Them brothers knew, like they knew greatness because they was great, right? And you just respect it.
Right.
And it's, but you've never heard any of them saying that they were great.
Man, that's horrible, bro. That, and once again,
None of
it's
them
sad
claimed
that
greatness,
man,
bro. None of them.
this man has to do these type of games. What he's doing right now, you wouldn't have heard from nobody else. You're not hearing that from Magic. You're not hearing that from Bird. You're not hearing that from Clyde Drexler. You're not hearing that from Charles Barkley. You're not hearing that from Shaquille O'Neal. You're not hearing that from David Robinson. You're not
Tim
hearing
Duncan,
that from Tim Duncan. You're not
Mono
hearing that.
Ginobili, Tony Parker, and they like you can
No,
just keep.
nobody. Yeah, nobody's gonna do the stuff that he's doing and then go,
Yeah,
man. No, 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 no. Even
yeah,
people that had fallouts with organizations. Let's say like Latrell Sprewell and the New York Knicks, right? Even
yeah.
he wouldn't come out and denounce an organization of greatness like Knicks. That was just disdain for that coach.
Yeah, that was the coach issue,
That
right?
was it. And he handled it right there on the floor, choking his ass out.
Over and
Hey,
done with, right? One and
hey, he
done.
was
Yeah.
fucking right, and that's it. And it got handled. But once again, it's not about the people that respect. He just don't respect. If it ain't about him, man, he never did. And that's the biggest thing I try to explain to people. He never respect. He never honored the game, man. So I'm gonna stop talking about him. I'm gonna
Yeah,
move
please
forward,
do.
bro, and talk on to somebody who is worthy, that's getting it done right now, that I think is turning his head. And that's De'Aaron Fox, man. He just signed a 4-year,
Yeah.
220 deal with the San Antonio Spurs. Inked a big deal, man, pairing him with Wembanyama, which forms one of the league's fastest backcourts, as well. So, bro, that's gonna be a sick, man. And the Spurs go over there, got a young, talented squad, bro. Like they've been out already during the summer league, all of that stuff, man. These young dudes is gonna be over there doing it. So, shout out to them. Their defensive rating is expected to skyrocket under, what I'm saying, that coach who's been under, once again, the farming system under Popovich. Um,
Pop
so
is
that
a legend.
coach,
That's a
you know,
legend.
right?
Pop is a
So
legend.
watch
He's
out for the
mad he never coached for us, but that motherfucker was great, boy. I mean, that was a
bro.
great basketball mind right there, man. Pop was, hey, when the Lakers wasn't winning on the West,
Mm-hmm.
it was the Spurs. Do not forget
Yeah,
about Tim Duncan and them damn Spurs.
Manu
I mean, you
Ginobili,
can go back to
Tony
with David
Parker,
Robinson when
David
he was with
Robinson.
him.
Yeah, you had Robert Ory down there. You had
Yep.
Sean Elliott.
Man, they had
You know
some
what I'm
squads,
saying, man?
bro.
They
They
had
had some squads.
they had a beast down there, bro.
They had
Um,
some
that's
squads.
that's one thing when you went down to Texas and dealt with that trio down there from Houston, Dallas, and San Antonio. It was a
Them some
beast.
fighters. There's some
Yeah,
teams, bro.
and
They
they're
don't be
starting to get that
bullshitting.
right back to that now. You know what I'm
People
saying? Like
forgot about
Dallas,
them Rockets, them back-to-back Rockets and all that man with Kenny
yeah,
and Keem and Max and all them fools back, man. Come on, bro.
Max,
Max,
baby.
Mad Max. I love listening to his interviews. He tell it raw and uncut.
He is a
He
byproduct
said,
of that era for sure.
yeah, definitely. So,
We
hey,
do got some drama. Hold on, we got some drama going on. Wanted to ask you about with Kaminga over there in Golden State, man. He
what's
declined
going
their
on?
extension.
Oh,
Because he wasn't getting a lot of PT, bro. He was, that's one of the things I used to always say. I was trying to lobby to get him down on the Clippers, bro. I love Jonathan Kaminga's game, bro. I don't know what it is about him. I know he's undersized. But in this league, who isn't undersized?
exactly.
But definitely, right now they're saying that it's because he was looking for a larger role, and the Lakers, Magic, and the Hawks are all interested in him right now. Could this be a signal
Okay.
that it's the end of the era for Warriors up there, man? Or and it's that time to kind of
I,
like just break it up, or what do you feel?
um, yeah, they've had their run.
Right?
Steph ain't leaving,
Where would he go?
and yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where it's no, it's yeah, yeah. He ain't going nowhere. Um,
Mhm.
and it's time because they older. They older. And who's left from the original squad? Him and Draymond.
That's it, man. Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's
So
it.
they're gonna have to assume
Like,
some point start rebuilding.
and
And
it's
they need to
Draymond, like
already
you
be
said.
they should have been rebuilding, honestly, because when you let when Clay had the injuries and then end up leaving, and y'all was supposed to start then finding something,
Right.
something. And I don't know, I don't keep up with their trading, but you know how they were in the past, bro. They keep a good one and get rid of them. I mean, how quick did they get rid of Chris Webber, bro? And they should have, instead of building around, they didn't used to build around players. They come get your ass a couple years and be like bye, and then
Yeah, their system
another
though.
one
Once
bye.
once the what's that dude's name, man? He's on ESPN now. Man, what's his name, bro? When he was up there, uh, it's right on tip of my tongue. But anyway, um, after he was up there, kind of like changed that system. They started going having a great farming system, though, bro. Like that was one of the
Oh, you
systems that
talking
I
about Mark
really
Jackson?
no, the dude that's on the agent. He was a
Oh,
part. He was a man before they sold it and moved it. You
mm.
know what I'm talking about, right? He frequently steps up on he's a part of ESPN every now and then. Young dude, bro. Before they
I
sold
think
it,
if I see his face, I know.
yeah.
I I
But
got a
yeah,
small
bro.
image, but I can't. It's
Yeah,
funny.
he kind of got like that old fashioned, like cowlick type of hairdo. You know what I'm talking about? Man, well, his name's
Bro,
gonna
they
pop
all
up,
look
man.
alike.
Excuse me,
They all
yeah.
look alike. Yeah.
Money all looks the same, right? Money looks
Yeah,
the
money look alike, bro.
same. But yeah, basically with Kaminga, I always liked the man, but I think they always had a good farming system. It's just certain players. Why do coaches do that? Like certain players just get on that shit list, bro. Ty Lue
I
is
don't know.
good, especially young players. Like I don't know if they're teaching them something and they go out there and show them something different. Um,
Is it
newsflash,
attitude? Is it
all
ego?
right. Newsflash: all young people are gonna do that. They're gonna, tell them something. They're gonna do something totally different. So
Yeah,
I don't know why that's such a big deal if that's what's happening. But anyhow,
yeah.
go ahead, my.
We don't know. We don't know.
But I
Who
think
knows, right?
I think that he needs overhauling. I think he needs to leave there, bro. He has a lot to offer. So
Yeah.
I think that's a real good pickup, a real good decision on him, but by declining any extension that they would have gave him, because man, if they ain't been using him, they could have used that dude during the playoffs. And every time he gets in a game, he produces. So you know what I'm saying? I know there's times where he ain't, but I mean, shit, bro, you don't play him for games, put him in a game, he's gonna fuck up.
Well,
Shit,
yeah,
I've
if
been
he ain't getting the rep, if you're not getting the reps, it's really hard
right,
to get in some type of rhythm if you're not already getting reps.
right.
Like I used to do that in youth league, and I'm like, look, our starters, they know what they doing. They fucking superstars, right?
Hmm.
So put these other dudes in so they can get the reps at practice, so they know what to do in case somebody go down and we need them, or we need to change it up with a running style. And they think, and a lot of times the coaches will think the ego, right? I want to win, I want to win, I want to win. Yeah, but look what you're doing to these kids' fucking courage
Wanna
over here.
win. I wanna
I want to win, I
win.
want to win. Okay, motherfucker, you don't play no more, bitch. Like, cut that shit out. You're a coach for a reason. You're trying to teach these kids, and you're trying to do more than develop just a superstar. You want all of them to feel like they have a part in this, right? Like, I'm not saying they need to start, but let them get the reps in practice and let your little superstars, bullshit a little bit. Put them motherfuckers
Right.
on defense and say, play a little defense while these dudes get some reps in. So because you can't get mad at a kid who get 2, 3 reps in practice and
Right.
then
Right.
he mess up on 2 of them reps and then you tell him to go sit down. Well, no. The whole purpose is to teach them, right? So you got to teach them and you discourage them, and then the kids they tend not to want to listen after that.
Right.
I'm gonna do it my
Yeah.
way because ain't nobody listening or feeling me, or they get discouraged and quit. Period. and you gotta, and that shit,
But you can
it just
break these
goes.
dudes so easy now, man. Like that's the
Yeah.
thing.
See, that's
These
because they
dudes
slack
really funny,
off
bro.
on all the rules in youth league and high school. Oh, don't be yelling at them and don't be so tough and hard on them. And I'm like, no, it's discipline. Like this shit is the sports is discipline. Like they wouldn't have coaches if you could just get out there and just do it. Like,
Right,
right.
right.
Like, so you have to train. Everything's gotta be disciplined. I need all 11 of you to execute this play correctly because if one of you slip up, it's a good chance this play's not gonna work. If all the linemen do their job and the running back can't hit the hole or he don't know where he going, that's a running
Right.
back fault, right? Because he's either ain't working hard or he ain't getting the reps that's needed. So now you can't be mad at him when it's game time and they don't meet your expectations, right? You can't be, man, you didn't. Nah, bro, you only gave him like 2, 3 reps in practice. Other than that, he's sitting on the sideline, goofing and giggling with everybody else. And you're like, are you paying attention? Nigga, if you don't put me in so I can learn how to pay
Right.
attention, how to be where I need to be, like, come on.
Yeah.
That type
There's
of shit. And
nothing
it trickles up to
like
to to the adults too, though, because they do the same thing. Like, and then these coaches don't always know how to, like, you got to know the personality of the player. And then you got to know how to motivate that individual player to get them to do what you need them to do. Some of them, the yelling fucking works. Some of them, you got to slick talk them. Some of them, you got to, like I used to have
right.
this one kid, man, he was beyond fast. What's up to the homie Juice? My man Ramon Davis' son, Juice. We call him Juice because, damn it. Now, the boy is fast. I hope he ain't watching because I'm finally admitting it. This motherfucker fast, though. He been fast his whole life. Every time I would see him score a touchdown, I'd be like, kind of fast, bro. You're not really fast, though. Like, he get mad.
Right.
Man, you want to race, coach? I said, boy, you don't want me to race me. I got to stretch at least for a year before I fuck with you. But,
Right.
but every time I see him, and his dad used to be like, just keep telling him, D. He said that shit lights a fire under him because he's like, how coaches think I ain't fast? I ain't gonna tell you fast because you probably gonna slack up then. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to swell your head, so I'm gonna make you work. And I seen him in a relay race, bro. First thing I said to his dad, man, he ain't that fast. And then we both start laughing. Shit, that motherfucker fast. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I knew how to motivate him, though, right? Oh, man, come on, bro. That's all you got. That's all you got. I thought you was faster than that. What? They was 30 yards behind me, coach. Nah, that one was on your neck, bro. I seen him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He was right.
motivate them. You got to motivate them. And coaches with adults dealing with young adults, because most of these guys are in their 20s and they coming into the league. They still kids, bro. They not even fully developed mentally. So you got to know how to approach them and know how to get the best out of them individually so that they can come together and do what they do. You got to have a good relationship with your player and have some trust in them. Shit. So, because if you don't, they're gonna opt out, and they're gonna go,
Right.
and they're gonna make a mental note of what you did or didn't do, and they hoping when they see you some run down the season that they're gonna put it on your ass and make you regret why you didn't fuck with me like you should have when I was on the team, right? Right. Marcus Allen, right? Come on. When he left the Raiders and went to KC, bro, every time they played KC, he dog walked the shit out the Raiders, man. He did everything in his power to just embarrass them as much as he could, but by himself,
Right.
teach you a lesson. You should have never got rid of me. One of those things. So
People like to see that on the go around, man. When they leave a team, they love coming back to play against that team, especially if it was something where the coaches didn't see eye to eye on, or basically if you had to come down and pick between two players and you kept that player. Ooh, boy, you talking about the fuel that ignite. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
man.
Like, I love that,
Yep.
man. So, and that's what I like about sports because once again, you got to think this: every opposition that you face, you got to think of it that if you want it bad, they want it bad too, right?
They want it.
So,
Yep. Who wants it the
right,
worst?
and you so
The
yeah,
most.
that's yeah. So if you're thinking about that, that's why I say when you deal with certain type of sports, that's just sports, period, right? And we're talking everything from fucking food eating contests to badminton and you know what I'm saying, horseshoes, anything, bro. I was watching this weekend, not the frisbee, but the disc. It's not the frisbee golf, but it's the football with the disc. You know what I'm talking about? You ever see that? They got football. It's a disc. It's not a frisbee. It's a disc. And I was watching. There was a playoff round. And yeah, bro,
Mm.
it's their football. I tell you, I be watching some crazy stuff when it comes. Be like, hell nah, boop. Let me see this. And I'm like, basically, frisbee, bro. But we keep
Oh,
jumping real quick. But yeah, definitely, this is when you look at it, it's sports, so it's going to be competitive. Then when you take
yeah.
it up a notch and you start thinking about like combative sports, that's a different type of fucking competitiveness,
Yeah.
my guy.
Yeah,
You
it
go out
is.
there, crush helmets like time and time again, especially if you are on that line. Like it's different. You're not going to get hit every time as a quarterback. You're not going to get hit every
You hope
time
you don't. Yeah.
wide out. Well, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
if you do, somebody's getting fired, right? And it's not
Yeah,
you.
somebody's getting fired. Yeah. You cussing somebody out if you get hit too much. Yeah.
So, but you know, the intent, and that's what you got to look at, man. So you definitely, it's going to spark a lot of stuff, man. When you
Yep.
start to deal with emotions, you start to deal with temperament, and that's what coaches have that's against them. I think that, like you said, you have to be able to deal with every player on the temperament, but I think you got to set the baseline as the coach to be like, hey, anything that sways too far to the left and too far to the right of this shit right here, I ain't got time
We got
for it.
I got
And
time
we
for it.
yeah,
That was that Belichick shit.
right. And normally they got a staff member that got time for it, right? And
Yep.
those are the ones that can talk to you and get your so shout out to
That's what
those
we
staff
did. That's what we
assistants,
did as youth
those
league. Like,
offensive defensive coaches, line coaches,
yep.
all of them, you know what I'm saying? Because the head coach get all of the damn
He ain't got
praise.
time for that shit.
He ain't got
He
time
really
for that.
doesn't.
He ain't
He
even
really don't
really
have
at the
time for the
practices
bullshit.
like that. The practices
Yeah.
are mostly ran by the staff,
Yeah.
if not
Yeah.
all are ran
Yeah.
by the staff. He just
Yep.
come in and monitor and make sure, okay, who's here, who's not. Staff come report to him. He got books, he got paperwork, he got binders he's handing out, he got
Mm-hmm.
digital shit that he's flying to people via email, presentations, whatever that is, right? But other than that, coach is normally in his office, man, making things happen, getting what it needs to get done. So shout
Yep.
out to the assistant, shout out to the staff, shout out to the water
Yeah.
people, the people that do the uniforms, keep the
Yeah.
damn
All of them, man. They
rooms
make it
clean.
go round, bro.
They make it go around.
They
So
make it go round for real.
before we
The
jump
ball
off this,
boys, everybody,
oh yeah,
equipment
before
managers, everybody. You know what I mean?
that's what I'm saying. It's deep. Even to the people that is the admin, bro, the
Yeah.
scorekeepers, the people that's got
Statisticians and the
ordering the helmets like 10 months before the season starts, the sizes, you know what I'm saying, bro? The stuff
yeah,
that's
yeah.
necessary to clean
Keeping up with the latest innovative,
all
whatever,
of that
whatever.
breathing
All of them,
paper.
man. Yeah.
So shout out to
Yep.
all of you, man. It's a big, I don't know how big the
A lot goes
organization is.
behind it, bro. Like,
Right. And that's just what I was about to say. As far as like football, I know like in basketball, there's only 13 players, right? There's
you
13
got a
players,
53-man
15.
roster, bro.
See, football got 53-man roster. That's not even, and then once again, the coaching staff is a lot bigger than
Yeah,
the fucking NBA's
yeah,
coaching staff as well.
yeah,
So
yep.
shout out, man. Like that's something that goes, definitely without saying. But before we move on, I always want to do this, man, is give a quick plug for those that may have not listeners at the beginning of the show. We do have a plethora of different entertainment for people who like to listen to podcasts. We have a full show. We do what's in your playlist, which is basically a playlist of music that curated by your host and guest. We got putting something good in your belly, which is a segment with the one and only Cal Grizzly Chef Culinary Cannabis Chef D from Left Coast Kings. It brings all of that food, comfort, cuisine with a flair. You know what I'm saying? He got that personality, so it brings more to it. We got unfiltered combos. Headlines, real talk, no fluff. How we always do it. Stone not stupid. Facts for the 420 greenery enthusiast. And then we got the session for music lovers, creators, culture heads with Doc Madness, Sweatshop Recording, and Demolition Men production affiliates. And
Yes, sir.
of course, where you're at right now, which is Sports Talk Wednesdays live at 1 p.m. And we got more the session lives coming up as we speak. So
Yes.
always got to drop that in there real quick before we proceed with
Yes,
what's
sir.
next. But hey, I got a question for you because I know we're going to go ahead and transition to something else. But since we were talking basketball and football, I got a question for you that I didn't get to ask. Do you have a prediction in the West? Because everything is being shooken up in the NBA right now. Do you have any like power rankings for at least the top five in the West that you think? Because it's ironic what they say right now. They give you the whole list of the whole Western Conference, and I'll
Hmm.
run it down real quick for you. But it's just weird because they say some of the top contenders. Listen to this before I even read the list. Top contenders in the West of the 25-26 season going in, early rankings placed the Nuggets, the Spurs, and the Timberwolves in a top tier. Okay. Now, dark horse,
I don't
they
know
say
about that. Well, I
they
don't
say the
know.
Pelicans are basically getting a lot of buzz if Zion can stay healthy as a dark horse.
That's
I
every year.
right,
If he
but
can
they
stay
did
healthy. Shit.
moves with this draft as well as some trades. But once again, Um, the rebuild team to watch, I do agree with, which is the Rockets and the Blazers. I do agree with that. Those are two teams to
Okay.
watch rebuild, right? Which we need to throw the. We just talked about it earlier. We need to throw the Warriors in that bucket too to start that rebuild phase because they're already coming down to about the end of what they got going on. And
Yeah.
then of course, rising stars as always, Shea Gildress. They talk about him, just keep rising and rising and rising. So I can't be mad at that as well. Now just let me run down the list in the West for you real quick, and then let me get your take on this. So
Uh,
right now, they have it listed from top to bottom is number one to the last one, which is Oklahoma City Thunder, Denver Nuggets second, third the Lakers, fourth Minnesota, fifth the Rockets, sixth, the Clippers. Seventh, San Antonio. Eighth, Golden State. Nine, Dallas. 10, New Orleans. That I don't agree with at all, bro. Like I don't know if they were just throwing that shit out there to see what stuck, or they ain't been watching a lot of what movement's been going on. But that's basically something that was and this was as of mid-July. This is
okay.
featured on Stadium Rant. So just that way, let you know it's nothing that I'm making up. We're not making up. Basically, it's their NBA Western way too early 2026 predictions,
Mm,
and I don't agree with that. For one, I can see
I'm
Oklahoma,
cool. I don't know. I don't. I just let. Can we wait? Let's wait.
but
Sometimes I
can you?
hate predictions because it just be.
All right, let's just focus in on our
Because they
teams.
even said the Lakers are looking. Oh,
They're,
somebody said the Lakers are currently ranked seventh in with
they
in
got them.
NBA
They got
Finals
them in the
odds,
third in the power rankings right now.
and they got them
That's what
where?
I was about to say. If they got them ranked third, that's why I say if we just look in to both of our teams real quick, just so where they got them, we ain't got to talk about the rest. Do you believe that the Lakers can be our third in a power ranking in the West? That the Lakers are
Nope.
third and the Clippers are
Nope.
sixth?
Nope.
All
I
right,
would swap
that's it.
that. The
Thank
way
you.
we, I would swap that until we start seeing some games. Because come on, if we basing it off the last season, fuck no. Nah, we don't even supposed to be in the top. We should
Seven.
be lucky if we was in the top 10.
They got
And I mean
seven
toward the
twice.
bottom half of that.
Dallas at nine. With a healthy Kyrie, Cooper Flag, and Anthony Davis, they got them at night.
Bro,
And the Lakers, who
that
you
don't
got,
even make sense, bro.
cancer, just been
That doesn't
diagnosed with
make sense.
cancer. Lakers at three. All right,
Nope.
all right. So
I don't agree
we,
with that. Can we
all
get
right,
off of them?
yeah. Let's go ahead
Okay.
and transition and move forward, elevate, and talk about something different, right?
Hey,
Um,
yeah. What's up with your boy?
Which one?
Your Niners homie. He one of my favorite people though. Your
George
boy
Kittle?
George Kittle in his
Yeah.
smelling salt and the smelling
Hey
salt
man.
band.
Hey,
I love
hey man,
you, bro.
salute to George Kittles, man. That's a real one right there. He said,
Yeah.
"Hey, he's like, man, flirting with retirement. Talking about he already missed the salt."
Yeah, he's a fool. Hey, that's
Uh,
a warrior though. That's a dude you know who's a warrior though. He
for
ain't.
those that don't know, man, hey, can you enlighten us a little bit about what's going on with that? What George Kittle versus the NFL was talking about in regards to
Yeah.
some.
So Niners superstar George Kittle went full protest after he went in full protest mode after the NFL banned ammonia inhalants, aka smelling salts.
Salts.
The ban follows FDA warnings about health risks like seizures and fainting. And Kittle kind of joked around like, I consider retirement, you know, you already missed the salt type of shit. So he's, you know, and so this rule applies to games, practices, locker rooms, and sidelines.
Mm.
So they like super they super
Yeah, that's what they're doing. There's a whole lot going on, man. And what he was saying is that it's taking away the player edge, man. Bro, all of us knows what it's like when they're seeing these individuals get their shit rocked. You know what I'm saying, in the NFL. And then of course they come by and they do their little concussion protocol, and then after that they'll go ahead and discuss a little bit more into hey, you know what? Let's use the salts and let's wake them up and let's get them lively. So it brings them back to being focused a little bit because it's a cloudiness going on up there, man. It's a contact sport. Boxing, UFC, a lot of these different sports use smelling salts um, um, for benefiting, the actual player or the participant. So yeah, uh, George Kittles wasn't having it, man. He's definitely one of the great personalities of the NFL. But he was just saying it's over regulating the locker rooms by doing so. Now, on the flip side to that, I will say this that there's a big thing that's going on when it comes to um, probably the other aspect of the smelling salts because now you're putting people back out there at a greater risk for CTE and a lot of different types of concussions and brain injuries and anything that's a byproduct of that motion of your brain and you're being rattled around in there. So that's probably the other side they're looking at it because by doing that it does bring that sensitivity of now you have awareness and maybe it could help you pass some of these protocol tests. I'm not too sure. Do you have any enlightenment on that, D?
no. I didn't catch all of that, bro. I got dumb shit going on in the background.
It's all good,
Fucking
man.
kids.
Yeah,
Why
that
do
part,
people
right?
take shit without asking for permission, bro? And think that it's fucking okay?
You just said it. Fucking kids. that,
Oh,
that that right
I didn't
there.
want to interrupt you. Motherfucker, you interrupt me any other time. Bro, he does it all the time. But now you don't want to say nothing today.
It-
And just want to take shit that if it come back fucked up, you ain't gonna pay for it to be replaced. You ain't gonna fix it. And then we asked out when it's time for us to do what we gotta do.
yeah,
Man,
yeah.
fucking kids. Dude.
See, he should be productive on here. But anyhow,
Exactly. Anyway,
anyhow,
enough of that.
right?
Hey, so did you hear about LaShawn Johnson?
Oh no,
Leashawn,
Leon
Leshon Johnson.
did
He's
not.
a former NFL running back that was found guilty on 6 federal counts related to dogfighting and trafficking.
Oh, the
Authorities
new my
seized 190 dogs, the largest number ever in a federal case. He looking
oh
at 30 years in prison and $1.5 million in fines.
man.
Only thing I got to say is, motherfucker, didn't you see what happened to Vic?
That's what
The
that's
fuck?
I was about to say,
Like,
bro.
didn't
See,
you see what happened to
this
Vic,
what happens,
motherfucker?
bro. People
Stupid.
don't like, man, if you just pay a little bit of attention and see what's going on in the world around you, sometimes it can help you make a little bit better decisions, y'all. Sometimes, just sometimes, it can help you make better decisions, y'all.
Yeah, up to 30.
Yeah. For something that, man, that's already happened, unplayed,
Dog
that played
fighting
out
and
in front of the whole
trafficking.
world.
That's already 2 felonies, right? 3.
But you got Mike Vick even sitting back being like, "You dumb motherfucker."
Yeah. Yeah, that was just I had to get that out the way. We had to get the dummy of the day out the way type shit because that shit right there, man,
The
don't make
whole
no
last
sense, bro.
of the day.
Yep, yep,
The
yep.
whole last, not the asshole, but the whole last. Hey,
The
but your
whole
boy,
all
man,
of it.
what's up with your boy Jerry Jones, man? He ain't fucking with Michael Parsons or what?
I guess not. I seen a clip earlier today. It was AI generated, but it was
Oh,
Michael
okay.
Parsons at the stand. Why this old motherfucker won't give me my money and do this? It was just the ad libs was hilarious, but yeah, I guess not, man. Jerry ain't fucking with him.
Yeah. He's definitely, but he talks this game, bro, that's in circles. And it's just like, man, just deal with the situation, bro. But then on the flip side, let me ask you, my guy, tap in and let me give you like Micah's dealing with injuries, man. He's been dealing with injuries for quite some time now. He's the Kawhi Leonard, I guess, of the Dallas Cowboys over there. Um, and he's dealing with that hamstring and growing, bro. Like that's not a light thing or something to take lightly, especially a
No.
person that is required to do what he's being paid to do.
Yeah. The, it, how well is he taking care of himself?
Right. Well, because for those that don't know, hamstring growing issues, that's a soft tissue type of issue. So that has to deal with a lot of stretching, proper. Those are certain type of movements
Like
and certain things.
mobility exercise. You have to do a lot of
Right.
mobility and hip flexor uh movements because you can get you can get a growing pull so high up that it's almost borderline in the abdomen because
Hmm.
it's all connected. So you can get a high strain, and
Hmm.
I mean it could be up there to where they're like, well, ain't nothing wrong with you. Like shit, you need to look deeper. Because
Right.
my son had that issue. He's like, man, dad, my growing. And come to find out, it was like a high abductor growing
Yeah,
tear.
you start getting your
So it
abductor
was, you know,
muscles, man, and
yeah,
that's
it
a
was
horrible
bad. It was
thing. Yeah.
bad. So every time I see a video on hip loosening up the hips and stuff, I'm shooting them to him. Hey, check this
Yeah.
out. Check this out. This is what's going to help you prevent these injuries. So
Right.
anytime I
Right.
can find something that's going to help him, I'm like, because it's something that reoccurs. When I play, when I play ball, hamstring issues was always a problem for me. And then I realized I had to be stretched by someone and not just doing stretches by myself. And not just any someone, but someone who knows what they're doing when they stretch you because,
Definitely. Definitely.
you know,
Hmm.
you gotta know because some people, everyone's made different, man. So you gotta be
Sure.
able to,
Sure.
know what and we don't tend to work the smaller ligaments and muscles in our bodies. You're just always told to focus on those larger ones. But what about the ones underneath the big ones? What about the ones that, those tendons and ligaments and things that keep things connected together? Those
Right.
have to you know, they gotta be
Mhm.
worked as well,
Right.
you
And
know.
that's
So
that's that's what you said, man. It has to be somebody that knows what they're doing. Just like because it's almost like occupational therapy. I try to explain this to individuals like those people focus in on those whatever's hurting, they find it the deepest tendon root and basically it's like that's what because they want to get you back into, get your ass back to work,
peak
right?
optimum
Try
condition, man. They
to get
want you
you back
back
to work.
on track.
So these are things that they know what they're doing. You just can't have anybody out there stretching you. Sometimes the player to
Yeah.
player stretching doesn't always work. Affects, you're totally correct. Growing injuries take a while. to fully heal. That
Yeah,
is something
yeah.
that there's no time frame on.
'Cause you can
There's
sneeze,
no
bro, and fuck that motherfucker up. Like,
right, and it happens. Right now you
yeah,
got Caitlin Clark. She's going through the same thing, right? They think that she's
yeah.
better. She gets out there and because she's a high usage player, she's running. She's like a
She's
Steph
running.
Curry.
She's
She's
using
running,
shit that
running. Yeah, so she
yeah.
easily aggravates it, and they're doing the right thing. They are saying that take the time. We don't care if you
Yeah.
feel better right now. The future of our organization is way more important than the
Right.
virality of it is right now.
Yep, yep,
Right.
yep.
So
And
you got another one, Paige Beckers. She's another one. She's what I'm saying, she deals with that hamstring. And once again, I'm not targeting certain individuals, but these are people that just it happens. It boom. It's nothing that you do or oh, I did this. And if anybody who had a growing pull, a hamstring, anything of that nature, man, it could happen. Like you said, sneezing, getting in and out of a car, stepping up and down stairs. Um,
mhm.
it's the darndest damn thing. Effect says, I have learned that stretching is essential to keeping healthy and flexibility. Man,
Yeah.
amen to
Because as
that.
you get older, you just want the flexibility and the mobility. You want the body to move right without things going wrong, right? Like,
Right. Well, one of the things
yeah.
I've been taught, man, through the VA, I'm going through some of these things for my situations, is they use a term, motion is lotion. And that there's no truer saying, man. That motion definitely helps a lot. As much as we don't want to do it, just speaking amongst other individuals that deal with some of the same pains that I deal with, it's easy to sit up there in your mind to say, "Hey, man, I'm just not going to do it today, or I'm not going to do it right now, or hey, it hurts too much," right? And then what starts to happen is the atrophy. So these um these athletes can't afford to have that type of atrophy on muscles, man. Like everything is about that quick twitch. Everything is about that mass of that muscle and what it brings to stability or strength or whatever it may be. So shout out to I know where we sit, sometimes we be like, oh, it's just a hamstring, and we pull it, and because we sit at a desk or we drive a car or a bus or a delivery van all day or something that really doesn't have to aggravate it, but that's their job. That shit's gonna aggravate every time they step out there to do something, because why? They're going from 0 to 60, you know what I'm saying? Like as fast as they can, or they're trying to jump 40 inches as fast as they can. A double jump, right? Most people don't understand the requirement to have a quick jump, like to bounce back up, right? Like all of that takes the muscle to do all different types of things, man. The tendons, the everything that's around it has to really be strong and be able to react and do what it has to do. So shout out to everybody that's dealing with any type of injury. Hopefully that they come back from it soon. And keep on participating and doing what they love to do. All right.
Strain can turn into a tear if not careful. Yes, sir.
Oh man, always, always. That's the biggest fear. I think that they have in the back of their mind is that once they say and they use these terms loosely, if anybody's gone through once again any type of physical or occupational therapy, it's a difference between a pull, strain, tear, rupture, all of these terminologies, bro. And we hear them and we say, "Oh, he's ruptured this," and we just think it's the same thing, or he's torn this, or he's dislocated his patella, right? It's like, damn, bro, your whole kneecap got this, like for real. But we don't really understand it. We don't get it and what it can lead to furthermore. So shout out to the medical staff and the people that are telling these individuals that they need to heal as much as possible. Take the time to heal as
Yeah.
much as possible. And then the organization give them time to heal as much as possible. Because I know that was a big situation that went on with Kawhi Leonard. It seems like the Michael Parsons situation might be something that's similar to that.
Yeah.
But once again, when you're dealing with a sensitive area. So
Yeah. 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 Hey, but in better news, the Broncos look great. Uh, The Broncos look great.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it, bro. I ain't
Yeah,
mad at it.
Sean Payton is calling Bo Nix a future superstar. So, he
Yep.
obviously he's doing this thing. Rookie Troy Franklin is coming out
Mhm.
of camp, building some good chemistry in the with the wide receiver department because the receiver room is stacked, man. Cortland Sutton, Marvin Mims, uh uh Devon, I forgot his name is Vele. His
Okay.
first name is some other shit, but Vele, he's a big boy too. He's a big dude. He's coming off a rookie season. So, and then Pat Bryant, they all
Okay.
out there fighting for snaps. So they
Yeah,
trying to
man.
get it. Yeah. So and Pat Surtain the second, as we know, defensive player of the year. A whole nine, right? Rookie, whatever, not rookie, but last year, I mean, he had like 11 interceptions, right?
Okay.
He picked off Bo Nix twice, 2 separate practices, right? And Sean Payton was like, "This is what I want to see." Say these dudes are battling on offense and defense against each other, and he was like, "This is great for Pat to put this much pressure on Bo to make accurate
Right.
throws, better decisions. When you got a guy like him who will pick you off and take that shit to the house." So, you know,
Right.
you gotta be on your P's and Q's. Zach Allen signed a 4-year, $102 million extension, which is gonna keep that defense anchored. So we cool with that.
Okay.
And Peyton Manning praised the team's confidence. He said they know they're good.
Right.
He said they know they're good. And so, some good things coming out of that camp. And the McCarthy era begins in Minnesota. So JJ McCarthy, the quarterback, he's set to start the preseason, even though he missed last season with injury. Uh, he's building chemistry with Justin Jefferson, who's a beast of a receiver. Uh,
Right.
but insiders are warning Minnesota fans, don't expect fireworks just yet. So,
Yeah, we had got you frozen for a second, bro. So
oh
we didn't
shit.
really get into that.
The insiders are just telling the Minnesota Viking fans not to expect a whole lot. They said they're gonna be disappointed. According to Diana Rossini from ESPN, she said Viking fans are going to be disappointed. End quote.
Well, it's gonna
So,
be definitely good to see.
yep,
We'll
definitely,
see.
yeah, yeah,
We'll see.
and
Because a lot of these
and
people get amnesia once the season starts. Oh, I didn't
oh
say that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't say
I didn't
that.
say
You
that.
did.
Getting that footage hit your
But
ass and.
got a question from effects for us, man. How
Yeah.
much do you think diet has on injuries these days? Their nutrition.
I think it has a lot, especially with the massive amount of processed foods and things that we got going on now.
Hmm.
That I think if you're not eating right, yeah, that
Right.
we don't, man, like I don't, and it depends on the person too. So
That part.
I think if you're plagued with injuries, right? Maybe you should be sitting down with a dietitian or a nutritionalist and saying, "Hey, look, I'm having injuries. Okay, is my diet even linked to this? Am I eating the right foods that are keeping me to where what I need to be? Am I taking the right supplements?" And I'm not talking about roids and shit like that. I'm talking about your vitamins and your herbs and your minerals, things that you need the body essential for the body, right? So I
Right.
think you know diet can play a big role in your injuries. I mean, if you're not putting in the right stuff, it's not going to function right.
Right.
Calcified, you know, joints and muscles and arteries, and you know what I mean. Things not getting the right proper, circulation to them for whatever
Right.
reasons. That could, that plays a big part in it, man. Like look at Tom
Yep.
Brady. Like
Right.
if you ever watch his little documentary thing or whatever it is on him, bro, that the way that man's ate, 12 meals a day or whatever the hell it was, and he had this regimen, like obviously for a reason, because you never saw him plagued with a lot of injuries throughout his whole tenure in the
Right.
NFL, man. You
Right.
never saw that dude, Tom Brady's gonna be out because he's hurt. Nah, Tom Brady's playing, you know.
Right.
It was
Right.
so it's gotta be something it's
I
gotta be a
agree.
full package, right?
I agree. Definitely, man,
Yeah,
because I'll say this. You hear it time and time again. Russell Westbrook, he's like an Iron Man in the NBA. Right? Doesn't miss games. Plays pretty much out of 82 games. He's in the high 70s most of the times, if not even all 82. Um, and we know he's a lay it out type of guy. Leaves it all out on the floor. So he goes 150 miles an hour every game. So
yeah,
we know that he has accredited a lot of his stamina, a lot of his resiliency, and being injury free, or at least being able to recover from injury as quick as he has. He has said a lot of it has to be due to his body the way it is and how he's trained, and then secondly his nutrition. Um,
yeah,
we look at Luca. Look at Luca right now. Look at how big of that it was for nutrition. So
yeah.
if you look at
That
just
was all
different,
nutrition, bro.
oh
That was all
yeah,
nutrition.
all nutrition.
Guaranteed,
And
guaranteed.
like he
Like,
says,
I've seen
they
people.
restricted him to drinking beer and chips.
Yeah,
Like, some
yeah.
of these habits that we
They're
have,
like,
bro. If we just
"Bro,
cut
you
that,
can have those luxuries, but we need you in peak condition, homie. And if you can't perform at peak condition doing these things, then you're gonna have to cut it out."
hey, win a championship, we'll give you the whole summer to do all of that. And I'm
Yeah,
not even like
exactly.
I'm not even a Laker fan, but that's an incentive where you
Exactly.
can get
That's
some
the
of these
any
dudes,
that's the any team, that's the any
right?
squad,
You want to do
any
what you
player,
want to
any
do. Yeah, we'll do this or get us closer to this goal, and we could talk about it. We could put that in, like, you're not supposed to go, have motorcycles. You're
yeah,
not supposed to have jet skis. You're not supposed to be driving this high speeds sport. But look, they all got all them toys. It's just why? Because they're incentives. Oh, incentives, I should say. Right. So,
yeah,
but back to the question, it has everything to do with it. People will say, "Man, I made that turn as soon as I got a nutritionalist,
yeah.
right? I got a chef. I got a chef now." You hear it all the
Personal
time,
chef
whether you're a
at home.
performer, a music performer, right? Like
Yeah,
Lil Wayne, what did he used to say? He spoke about it all. Man, bro, they would pull over. They didn't eat fast food or fast food. They would pull over, pull out the little hibachi, have his chef cooking right there, bro, on the side of the
going to the
road.
store, let's go grab some
Yeah,
things and let's get it.
go
Yeah,
grab some things. So um, I think it has a lot to do with everything. I try to explain that to my teenage
shit.
children as well as my older
Yeah,
children right now. The teenage ones that are actively in sports and other things, where it's just like, hey man, like stop doing eating that way. I've cooked, or this, eat better. And slowly but I get it, man. It's a tough thing because we're surrounded, we're bombarded by it. So you almost need a chef
where
or
you
one
go.
services.
Yeah.
We need you, D. We need you. We need that cookbook, D. We need that. You know what I
Well,
mean? So that way we
that
can,
first cookbook not going to be a health conscious cookbook. I'm sorry, it's just I'm
right.
throwing some of my favorite things at y'all, but yeah, but
But
that's in the works. No, but seriously though,
right.
that
That's what
is
I'm saying.
something
But
that
still,
you
it's
have to,
better than fast food. It's better
yeah,
than
it's better
fast
than fast
food.
food.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Because I know you have a
Burner,
lot.
look at Burner, and that's not
Right.
even sports, but he has a chef at his compound. Like, hey,
Right.
like
Mm-hmm. Right.
he's cooking us real food. We're not eating bullshit.
And that's
Because
important.
he's got to take care of his health, right? He had the cancer. He had the, you know what I'm saying? Can't bullshit no more. You can't eat that crap. You know it's not good for you, right?
I mean,
So
straight
it's
up,
like,
I guess if we gonna sum it all up, man, longevity of anything is great nutrition, great,
yeah,
what you put in your body, because we all know
yep,
it that the water and the health and the air and all that kind of stuff, they spraying constantly. We ain't gonna go too much on these tangents, but
yep.
we already know that that's a negative. So we don't want to go ahead and what we're trying to put in our body, because there's things that are, like, man, once again, the holistic, mineral guy here, right? Like there's a lot of things
There's a lot
that
out there.
are are inflammatories to our bodies and our systems
Yeah,
that are,
yeah,
and that's the
yeah.
worst thing that we can do. And if it's
That's the
coming
worst
from
thing is
food,
inflammation, man.
right? And if it's coming from
Inflammation
what
is a
we eat,
motherfucker.
guess what? If we can control that, we have a better input system. We have a better um, gatekeeping, as we like to use that word in all different aspects. Better gatekeeping of what's coming into our body and our temple, our castle. Then we will be able to be better for everybody around us. And then whatever we partake into, jobs, sports, activities, and all, right. So
Yep,
including sex.
yeah,
So
yep. That's
blood
right.
flow and
That's
oxygen is important and essential to all. So let's
yes,
keep that
sir.
in mind, youngsters and thinksters. Keep that in mind. Good, great question, Tony Fest. We love your interaction, man. It really
Yeah,
helps
appreciate it,
our
brother.
rhythms to step up and get questions and ask and drop in those comments and everything, man. So once again, spread the word,
Mm,
hit the like, spread, talk to anybody that you know that really likes some good sports talk, man, and the other stuff we got going to the show. So we
yes,
encourage
sir.
all, definitely.
Yeah. What's up with your Angels?
Yeah, man. I was just about to say. I'm gonna say this though, because I'm an Angel fan. We had we I do a lot of Sohei Otani watch, right? Watching because he came from us. We believed in him. We gave him the first opportunity. Just like
Yeah,
Shake, I like I like to follow some of the people that come from my teams, and I like what he's doing, bro. I really like how his legacy is unfolding, what he's doing for the game. Say all of that. He's still riding a wave of talent that's still developing. So
yeah.
I like to consider him part of that Angels. We share him with y'all, right? So
It's all good.
uh,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
that part, Mike Trout update. He's slowly starting to heal from that injury, man. Rehabbing
Okay.
it. Looks like that we could probably be get him back late this year. I mean this month, this year, late this year. So hopefully we'll be able to get him. Right now what we just surpassed the halfway point. So we're about what 60 games maybe roughly into this, maybe 50, 60 games. So we still got what about 30 plus 40 games left, somewhere around there.
Yeah,
So
something like
us
that.
getting back could help at least move us around from where we're at in that stagnant position. So
Yeah,
that's good. The new manager's aggressive base running strategy, it's showing results now. I know we're not one of those heavy gamblers. Once again, losing Shohei, he was a great person to have on base to steal bases. But
yep,
I guess that was something they targeted to try to go ahead and say, hey, man, with this new managers, he has this new aggressive way of strategy of basically base running, and we're starting to see some of that take come into fruition and hear about it. So, Michael Stefanik batting over 300 in the last 15 games. So I'll take it. Shit, man, I'll take it, bro. We are still some
yeah,
games back out of the wild spot, man. We're almost 7 games, like six and a half, 7 games back out of the AL wild card slot. So I don't know, man. I don't know how to really feel about that because I really would like us to be there. I think we have a team that can compete. It's just we can't be consistent enough to put in a string of wins, man. We've done it, but just man, this league, bro, there's a lot of powerhouse teams out there. We need to go ahead and put more of that together. So, hey, I got a
yeah.
question. Any of my Angel fans out there, let me know, man. Is it time to rebuild? Or do we hold out and just hope for a great October, and that we can say and be there when it comes to the late October festivities? So just let me know.
Good
I believe
question.
that we can do it. I believe so, man. We can make a late run. Let's go, Halos. Let's go. What's up with your Dodgers, man? What's up with them? They've been
Oh man, they doing all right. They had Muncy and Hernandez cracked a couple homers in that 12-6 win over the Cardinals.
mhm.
Muncy just returned from, he'd been out for about a month or so. So he went 4 for 5 with 4 RBIs, man. You can't that ain't bad for a comeback, coming off an injury, right? So
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
And then Otani, he got I think 2 hits and 3 runs scored the same game. So, he always productive
Bad
though, man.
man,
That
bro.
dude,
That's a
I
bad
like that
man,
dude.
bro.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that dude. I really do. He just like hella humble, hella,
Yeah.
He know he
Yeah.
good. He ain't gotta prove it. He just go
It's
out there
not
and
flashy
show it.
at all, boy. That just comes from what the
Not
Japanese
flashy.
coach
Yeah,
do.
none of
You know what I'm
that shit.
saying?
Real
Yeah, he
like
comes to
even when
play, man.
there's funk, like there was a game where man, a couple players were getting hit, man. And he
Mhm,
went over to the other team's dugout and was like, "Hey, y'all,
mhm.
let's chill out. Let's everybody chill out." And I was
Right,
like, I can respect that. He's like, "Hey, keep it baseball." You know what I'm saying? Keep it baseball.
right, man. That's
Yeah.
true,
So
bro.
and the
It's
Dodgers are eyeing Japanese slugger.
damn.
Let me
Y'all
let me
have the
fuck
whole
this name up.
Japanese.
Marikium,
Yeah,
Mar
that was. Mhm.
Marikium, yeah, whatever.
I apologize.
Murkami. That's his last name. They're looking at him potentially
We
to replace.
apologize if we
Yeah,
butchered the shit out of
I
your
feel
name. We
odd, yeah.
apologize.
They didn't teach us any of that pronunciation in the Pomona school district. So
Uh,
yeah, sorry about that. Um, they're looking at him as a potential replacement for Muncy next season.
okay,
So
okay.
and fans have been warned about a surge in counterfeit merchandise scams targeting Dodger gear.
Well, I mean that happens
That's
in
that's every team, right? Who doesn't?
every team. I mean, it's like
Every team,
I
every sport, there's a
I
bootleg
respect.
something, right?
Yeah, but
Every
not only
fashion,
that,
every
I mean, they're just a big legacy, man. And you can't. People knows that it's gonna sell. People wear LA Dodger shit that ain't even Dodger fans. So if you can
Mhm.
make it look good and throw the LA on it, the emblem, I wish they would do that to more Clipper shit. Dude, you know how hard it is to find custom and different just Clipper shit because it's just it's not gonna sell, or you know what I'm saying? People just don't do the custom thing. But you pull up Lakers, Dodgers, Niners, bro, there's all kind of custom shit out there that ain't nobody
Yeah,
else got. So I
I
wish
got
they
folks
would,
that
man.
will
So
plug you, make you a T-shirt any way you want, which is team and
right,
everything. They be, you
that's what I'm
know.
saying. And that's the way it should be. Shout out to all those that's doing it, man. Don't let this little
Yep, all
news
the
or
T-shirt
that
makers
try
out
to,
there.
yeah, try to stop
My
you. You know what I'm
boy
saying?
Nuff said 1121 clothing. My boy Nuff
Yeah,
said the comedian in Vegas, man. He out there getting it, boy. He
that's
getting it. I'm
what's up.
so damn
Yep,
proud of him. Hell yeah.
get
He
it,
out there
man. Go
getting
get
it,
it.
man.
And
He
my
had
boy
every
out there.
concert, every event.
Yep,
He
go get
grinding.
it,
He grinding. Original
man. And
designs. Go look him up. Nuff said the comedian. He got a nice 1121 clothing. He come up with some
definitely.
good designs, man. Got some nice shit.
Yeah, y'all
He-
keep out there doing it, man. Don't let that shit stop you guys, man. I know definitely enough people that's trying to tap into that. Like I was saying, Hawk with Working Silence 999. His come
Yes,
up with
sir.
his little stuff as well, man. Go check him out. He's got some things that he's got moving on up. A
Yeah.
couple different people, even shit, even us, man. We got
Real
some new merch.
Fairfield out there in Fairfield.
There you go,
Shout out
man.
to
So
LB. He got
keep
his. He
on
got
doing it.
his.
Keep on
Hey,
doing it,
out there
man.
getting it, man.
Yeah.
Yup.
So be on aware for what ain't no bootleg nothing, man. Y'all
Yeah,
creatives keep creating that part.
and keeping y'all
So,
relevant. Could be mad.
yeah,
You still making
right.
your
I
money
get it.
off your Mitchell
Yeah,
and Ness and everything else. You know what I'm saying? They
and,
making
and
their
the
money,
ticket,
bro.
yeah, and the ticket, shit, and once
Tickets,
again,
yeah,
somebody wearing it is walking billboard. That's a walking billboard you didn't pay
walking
for.
billboard.
So,
I'm all the
but
way
once
up
again,
here, and
right, and that's what I'm about to tell people. When you got walking billboard shit on, people gonna stop and stare and ask. So,
hmm
shout out to all the creators once again. We'll keep it moving on that part. Right. So yeah, man. That's pretty much really all that I got. I did want to give one more shout out though, bro. I want to give a shout out to and a plug to just the good people, man, that's out there, bro. I'm gonna say this because this isn't sports related. But today I seen something and then I experienced it. That was kind of weird to me. I experienced it. Let me say I said it backwards. I experienced this, and then when I watched my feed later on, something about this was similar in nature, and it was just basically being a good, wholesome person doing something for somebody without no give back. But then when you look at that person, they got somebody sitting right next to them that ain't doing shit, and you question that, right? And what I mean by that is like today I'm on my way out to go make some runs and errands before the show. And the lady stops me, flags me down the middle of the road, and she's like, "Hey, can you please stop? I need some help." I'm like, "Hey, how can I help you?" And once again, I'm sense is heightened because I'm like, "All right, I'm checking to see who's leaking, who's lurking, who's doing what." Right on a swivel. And she's like, "Can you give me a jump?" And I'm like, "A jump? Like your car?" She was like, "Yeah." She was like, "I got cables and everything." So I'm like, "All right." Hood popped up. So I pull up, whatever. I'm get out my car and I'm, doing everything. She brings the cables out, and one of the little clamps was like G rig. It had like hair, like a hair scrunchie, like one of the thin ones
Yeah.
on it. So keeping it together. And I was like, "Well, I got," she's like, "No, no, no, it works, it works, it works." And I guess she looked back in the car, and since her hood was up, I really couldn't see into the car. Wasn't really paying much attention. I was trying to help her so I can get on and do what I got to do and get back and ready. Um, her dude was in the car, or a dude was in the car, and I'm sitting there thinking like, "Damn, that's kind of fishy." And so now I'm really on heightened sense, right? And she's telling
Yeah.
me, she tells him like, "Hey, man, if I'm doing this wrong, you can get out and you can come help." And I'm like, "That's right. Like, why you got this young lady
Why
out here
is
doing
he?
all
Why is
this?"
she even out of the car?
Right. You know what I'm saying? So he finally gets out because I'm asking her questions, and I'm like, "Oh, you really don't even need to take them apart or whatever." Da, da, da." So me and her conversing and trying to get it done. And he steps out, and she goes and walks and gets in the car, and he comes out and he's like, "No, just do it this way." And da 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 da. We get it jumped, whatever. And I go about my merry way. It ain't got nothing to do with me. So I open up my feed when I get home back, whatever, da 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 da, getting ready for this. And I open up a feed. There's a dude talking about he's at a gas station, and he goes to young lady's asking similar, "Hey, you know what? I hate to do this, but can you please assist me with some gas because times is hard and I'm falling on bad times, whatever the story may be." So he's like, "Sure." He's like, "How much you asking though?" Like she's like, $5, like a gallon of gas, something would help. And so he's like, "All right." So in his mind, he says, "I'm thinking I'll give her $10. I'll do once again what we always talk about, right? Do something nice at the end of all our shows. Do something nice for somebody, even if there's no return in mind. Just do it out of your kindness of your own heart." So he's doing this. He goes and he's like me. I'm a person's like, "I'm not gonna give you the cash. If it's gas, I'll go pump it in, right? I'll let me do that because I ain't giving you the cash if you need gas." So he go to do
What
all of
pump
that.
you on?
Right, right. And but he goes in and he's like, "I'm gonna help the young lady. She's not pumping the gas." So he walks over there to pump the gas and starts pumping the gas and looks a dude sitting in the passenger seat. So he's like, "Hey," he's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa." He's like, he stops. He's like, "Man, what's going on here?" And she's like, "Oh, well, yeah, we, yeah, yeah, I get, yeah, and kind of like nonchalantly brushes it off. And he was like, "Nah, nah, 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 it ain't brushing it off. What's going on here? Because now you kind of feel a certain way. You don't know if you're being set up,
Yeah.
whatever it may be." And sure enough, it just like she's like, "No, we know it'd be easier if I did it. People would stop than him." Da, 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 da. So he's like, "All right." He's like, "Well, I was in his mind, like he said, he didn't tell her he was going to give her 10. He said he stopped at 8 and was like, 'Well, how come he's not out here pumping the gas then at least?'" You see what I'm saying, bro? So that was just weird because I went through within hours, bro, of seeing that. I already was there having that same mindset. Like that's
Yeah.
shady, bro. Like you should be out doing stuff and not having your girl, then somebody
Yeah.
with ulterior motives, and then what? You know what I mean? Or anything. Or if you got the ulterior motives, you just realize I wasn't the one. Whatever the
Yeah.
case it may be, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
But in the other dude
Yeah.
situation, it's like that's shady too. You got your girl out here protruding
I
like
see
that.
that at
That's
the gas station a lot, bro. Not people
horrible.
asking, but you'll see a dude sitting, whether he in the passenger or the driver's side, and then the lady is getting out pumping the gas. And I'm
That's horrible, bro.
like, I
That's
can see if maybe you are handicapped and you can't get out the car and do all that shit. I get it. But these motherfuckers that I seen were fully capable of getting their bitch asses out the car, pump the gas. My wife don't pump gas. She don't even go get the gas, but still, the only time only time she'll get gas is if she needs gas and she's by herself.
hey, when I was
Right?
married,
I got a
married, my
homie
wife
that if his
my
wife is
wife
out of
was home.
gas,
Mhm.
he pulling up to it. He'll tell her, "Meet me at the gas station," and
And that's
he
what I'm
fill her
saying.
up,
Before
like,
you
and then they go
leave,
about their
I was
business.
married, same I wouldn't do that, but I'd be like, "Hey, before you leave, let me go check the gas, so that way
Yeah.
I ain't gotta pull up, like at
Yep.
whatever. But let me check." Or she'll come back, be like, "Hey, there was only this. Is there any possible way before I leave?" "Yup, I got you. I'm out the door. I got it." Like these are just certain things, man, about individuals that I don't get. And once again, I get it. We're on Sports Talk Wednesdays. We can say this for another live or infantile combos or whatever. But I just thought it was pertinent because we always talk about doing some kinds of goodness. But at the same token, hey, if y'all them dingas that's sitting in the passenger seat and y'all protruding, y'all ain't pimps because y'all some broke pimps. First of all, a pimp ain't rolling around with his, you know what I'm saying, with his his merchandise in the passenger seat at that. So we ain't even gonna be like, well, maybe they were just pimping them. Keep all of that small
Not
talk
even
to
that,
somebody
bro.
else, man. That's bullshit. Step it up, man. And for y'all women that's allowing that, like, that's a whole nother discussion. You're degrading yourself, devaluing yourselves. And I wouldn't want my daughters, my mother, my aunties, my grandmother, my sister, my stepsister, my nieces, my homegirls, my homeboys' daughters. Keep it going. I wouldn't want none of that for them.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
man, hopefully it never gets to that point and me see it because that dude is a definite negative instantly. So, but anyway, once again, didn't want to end it on that, but you know what I'm saying?
We won't.
I just
We'll
thought it was
end it.
pertinent.
We won't end it there. We gonna, we'll keep it moving. Oh,
That's
real quick before we dip up out of here, a big shout out to WWE for their 2-night or 2-day SummerSlam event that was in New Jersey over the weekend. Pretty pretty entertaining, man. It was nice. It was good. It was good. Both
that's good
nights.
shit.
It was
Mm-hmm.
hosted by I think it was hosted by Cardi B. I mean, they had a plethora of people out there, and good show. Good show. Good entertainment. Good entertainment, man.
Good
Some of
stuff,
the best.
man.
I couldn't go
Okay.
to an event that like I want to go to a WrestleMania, right? But
Right. Right.
first off, the tickets is like you got to
Yeah.
give up. You
I
got to sell
know.
your soul to get a ticket
Yeah.
close up, and you know, unlike a football game or a basketball game, bro, that ring is only so big. And if
Right.
you
You gotta
sitting way up there, bro,
you
you
watching
might
the
as
damn
well just
thing
watch. You watching the screen anyway. You watching the
anyway.
jumbotron. Yeah.
But
So
you're in the environment to wild out though.
yeah.
That's
Hey,
that's
I
the
will say
game.
this: 2017, 2018, we went to an event in Sacramento. It was a Monday Night Raw around Christmas time. Actually, it's like 2 weeks before Christmas. So we got like an 8-hour show because they filmed 2 shows.
Hmm.
So they filmed the show the week before Christmas and the week of, right? So they filmed 2 shows that night. So, but the atmosphere, bro, is off the chain. Like it's like if you a people watcher and you like to see, and you see these people coming in the characters and just the signs and
Oh
everybody's juice, bro. The crowds are ecstatic. Like it's dope. We had decent seats. Golden One Center's got a nice arena. So they
right.
have it wasn't we weren't too far. We were close to see the action. Had a good like over the top view of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's nothing like watching the way they put it together, the production. So
Oh yeah, I'm
like
sure, bro.
so I
It's
would
way
love to go to
different.
WrestleMania, but I'd rather be around the atmosphere versus buying tickets to go to watch. I'd rather be like get an Airbnb in
Right,
Vegas and kick
right.
it and then just go to the
Go to
weekly shit that's
the
popping off.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
where it's at
You
popping.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
you. Yep,
Yeah. I
I
would do
got you.
that versus or like
Yep.
go somewhere where it's a group of people that
That
are
is
watching you know,
watching.
watch party.
Yeah, like
That yeah,
right,
watch
right.
the
This
same
is where
event.
it's at.
Like
Exactly.
they got a spot in
Exactly.
LA somewhere, bro, where you can do
Yep.
that. You can watch
Yep.
it's like, they got the whole damn room is like a big screen and you can watch and they put it
Hey,
up like that. And that's kind of dope right there.
my
Those
homeboy, man. Shout out to Lil Louis. He used to rent a projector and a screen and a big ass inflatable screen that he would put
yeah.
outside, bro, and put it out there so that way the kids could run and to play and all that stuff. And we was outside and he could barbecue and it's this big ass fucking projector. Shit, man, watching the fights and stuff, man. Shout out to him and his and the car club, man. So definitely, yeah, man. That was some good times, bro. I like watching
Yeah.
it like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so but it was a good 2-day event, man. They had, record selling record. They had over like the 2 days combined was like over 113,000 people in attendance. That's
Yeah, that's,
that's
that's
wild,
huge.
bro.
It's
That's wild.
huge. It's
Yeah, I
and
giving people
it's
props
about to
on
even get
how they
bigger
get
right
down.
now, man. Watch, it's about to keep on growing, bro. Because
Hey, now that Roman Reigns
all
got that contract with Jordan brand, bro.
yeah, and not only that, bro, just all every little person that I know is into it. Like there
Yeah.
was a disconnect for a while, but it's back. It's fully back now,
Hmm.
bro. I'm talking about all of the kids, all of the
It's
siblings,
back.
the
Yeah.
kids, every one of them, bro, girl to boy, bro, are into it, and I
Yeah.
watch it. That's good because that's how we were, man. Saturday night main events
Saturday night main
and
events. Yeah, man.
yeah, from WCW,
Yep.
ECW, WWF
Yep.
to everything, bro. And I fell into the disconnect because it started to become too much entertainment, like storyboards and storylines more than the
Yeah.
events. But I see
Hmm.
now my sons watch it and with their brothers and sisters and stuff like that, man. I watch it and catch it and I'm like, damn, this shit is really back, bro. They really
Yeah.
brought it back. You
And
know what I'm
and
saying?
hats
The
off
way
to
it
the
should.
ladies. The the WWE female superstars. Them is
Yeah,
some badass bitches. What? And I say that with the utmost respect. Them is some tough women,
right,
bro. I'm
right,
sorry. I mean, we know
right.
the guys is crazy and wild, but these women, man, they are like putting
Yeah,
on
right there,
some
right there.
serious performances,
Yeah.
bro. Like, I'm like,
Hmm.
damn, falling through ladders and I'm like, man, these girls is
Yep.
crazy. Like, but and they get down, man. So,
Mhm.
it's
Shout
it's
out.
props to see them put their athletic abilities to use and not, and they out rocking the dudes right now. They outshining the guys.
Yep.
Yeah, they really
Hey,
are. I
man,
mean,
there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at
nothing
all,
wrong
man.
with it, man. I think
Yeah,
it's great for the
that,
sport because you inspire
yep,
little kids who to
that
want to
part.
do things and be great, right?
Yep.
Regardless of if it's not wrestling, but I want to be great like them.
Right.
I don't mean you want to be a wrestler, but you just want to be great. You want to be
Right.
great, so that inspires you that I can do this, or you see someone with your body type, well, you shouldn't do anything athletically, and yada yada. And then you see these dudes out here with these beer bellies doing moonsaults and backflips and shit off of
Yeah.
roofs, and
Right.
like,
Agile in
wait
the
a
mud.
minute,
Like, hold on. Yeah.
yeah.
Doing
When you see a
parkour.
dude 330 pounds
Doing some.
jumping
Yep.
on ropes and backflipping off of shit, bro, that's some athletic ass shit.
You
That's
ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying.
yeah,
And one thing I'll say,
yeah,
that, man, to piggyback on what you just talked about, my guy, is that every sports person that's a figure face of a sport, the one thing I really enjoy about what they make them do is they make these players and organizations that are champions and have all of this limelight participate in community stuff.
I
So
love that. I love
when
that
they
they,
see when they seeing these athletes, they're seeing more than just them as an athlete, bro. So I can't be mad at that. Like I said, whatever it is, because I know that they're gonna shine. As soon as you see them wrestling, there's gonna be a commercial of a foundation that they work with, or they're gonna
oh
show
yeah,
them having an interview and how these kids and how they impacted themselves or being around and putting this like a story. I'm gonna
yep,
say this, man. The story that moves me with Paige Beckers is that yesterday I'm watching the game and like I said, she's dealing with this fluctuation of injury, so they hand me the soft tissue shit.
yeah,
Um, and so it's back and forth, right? But she was talking about how, um, man, like all of these players, like the game. Let's say the game starts at 7, they get there at 4, 3 o'clock. Line's already out the door, bro. Already, like 3, 4 hours
yep,
already, bro. And she's like,
yeah.
wow. And to realize like a lot of this is because they're here to see me as well.
Yeah.
The OGs are being like,
Hoping
hey,
to
you're
catch a
part of this.
glimpse.
Yeah, this is part of what you bringing with you, right?
Yep,
So what she said is that she's like, you know what I realized, I never let a moment go to waste because I don't forget that was me. I was one of those kids that was waiting
mm-hmm.
to get in the sign to see somebody just to be able to witness it. And like I said, that empowering, that just what it does for them, and we don't realize it until you hear these type of testimonies, and that's all she
Yeah.
said. So when you watch her, she doesn't shy away from, even when she was injured, of signing autographs. And so take some of these players, they're all about that, because why? She's like, I'm in a special place where I can impact somebody. I can
Yep.
actually make a difference to somebody. And you got other peoples that shy away from it. They don't sign autographs. They don't do this. And for whatever the reason. Some have great reasons because they don't feel like I'm that important. My
Yeah.
autograph is no more than your autograph. So I understand that part too, but don't diminish what that person is taken away from that. So, once
Hmm.
again, it's so many more stories that plague
Yep.
this. And as we were talking about, shout out to the females. So I'm just gonna throw this in there. Just an update on the CBA negotiations with the labor intentions for the W, right? Um, all it is because they're getting backlash. This, it should be that, it's this. And I'm hearing it go back and forth, bro. And all I really hear is that women athletes, they're just done waiting, bro. It's not even about the money all the way. It's about the respect. And
Yeah. Give them the fucking respect.
if you just listen to that, it's just like, and that goes right in hand with what you're saying about the WWE. The ladies are taking over. It's okay. Guess what?
Hey,
Because you all represent the same organization,
yeah.
man.
It's the same organization. So all you gotta do is support that shit, push that shit, like get behind it
Yeah,
because they behind
that's
your
it.
ass, right? You think
That's
the
it.
W ain't been supporting the NBA? You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
Come
And how
on.
many
They
of
the
these
little sister,
ladies,
right?
right? And how many of them looked up to a male to get
Player.
started? Because it wasn't even in them to even see the W at one point.
My
So they
daughter was Allen Iverson's number
right,
one. Shit,
right.
that was everything to her. You know what I mean? Like,
That's what I'm saying. So we need to. I just want to throw that update up there, man. It's still going. There's a lot, going back and forth when it's really heating up. The new one, I mean, the current one has already expired. I'm sorry. The current one comes up for expiration in March of 2026. So there's still time,
I got
but
time,
just
man.
a lot of where it's going at right now and how it's getting back and forth. We just got to take a step back and realize that it's a pinnacle time for the sport, especially women's sports. And you just said something that was a perfect segue of how the women are doing in WWE. And if we just look at that, I'm sure there was at a point where they were like, I don't know, this. I don't know if
Yeah,
we're really going to get this type of support, if that's going to be a good look for us. And it's an
yeah,
excellent look. It's a great look. It's probably one of the best decisions they could have ever done, is put more money, advertising, and promotion business into
behind them. Yeah,
the females, right? And now
yeah.
look, as a person who watches it, you're saying that they are starting to surpass even the men. So,
Yeah.
hey, man,
Like some of their matches, I look more forward to seeing than some of the guy matchups. I'm like, ah, that'll be all
right?
right. But this one right here gonna be good. These motherfuckers, like these chicks about to
And
get down, right?
I hear that a lot, bro. Like I
Yeah,
see it. Like when women come on, dude, they don't move. The kids don't move, bro. It ain't like, oh, okay,
yeah.
let me go get this. It's like,
Let
oh,
me go.
they tag me.
Yeah,
So is about to. She's coming on, and oh my god, and then you hear it, and it's just like, bro, that's an awesome feeling and awesome to see, because at one point it wasn't like that. So the
yeah,
tides are turning, which is always a great thing. I'm here to always support it. Man, it's just good to see, especially, man, in an age where all our young kids are doing fuckery, man. Let them do something and see something better to do in life than
yeah.
run
Yeah,
around
let
and
them
carry
inspire to
switches.
see.
You know
Give
what
them
I
some.
mean?
It's wholesome family fun at the end of the day, bro. It's no different than your other. It's a lot cleaner than any of these crazy shows that's out there. I mean, come on, like,
Right.
and it's worldwide, right? You can go around the world and say WWE and motherfucker, no, well, name a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Just
Right.
saying from,
Right.
I mean, everywhere. I mean, they everywhere now. They global, especially with the
They,
Netflix deal.
yeah. Like I said, man, I didn't think it was as big as, because it lost a lot of surgeons. It did, bro,
Yeah,
for a while. It was just kind of like, all
yeah,
right, it was hanging on by a thread. At least in my eyes, because once again, when I grew up, it was everywhere. Everybody did it. T-shirts, the area, the merch. It didn't matter.
yeah,
You had cartoons, bro. You know what I'm saying, that were
yeah,
created from it. So
yeah,
to see it now get back to that point and being on these, having these big events, 2-day events, Having like names like Mr. Beast coming out, Snoop Dogg, so all
Yeah, you
these
got everybody
famous
now, man.
individuals that are
Just
coming out,
Kelly Roll was out there wrestling,
Ellie
bro.
Gold, yeah, getting
Like,
splashed on the damn table
yeah,
and
that bro, that motherfucker lost 200 and something pounds to get out there, bro.
see,
So
yeah,
just
see,
Travis Scott, like all these
yeah,
motherfuckers, as
Travis
Travis Scott said,
Scott.
I need to get out of the music business and start doing this. He was like, this shit
You
is so much
saw,
fun.
it doesn't one of the Kelseys. Oh no, which call was out there?
Nah, Kittle,
Um,
your boy
Kittle,
Kittle,
and then
he
also the
was
dude that does
there.
the podcast.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
kicker,
McAfee, Pat McAfee.
McAfee, yeah,
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 He was
Pat's
him.
always there.
So
George Kittle
yes,
said if he retired, he would consider
he want,
wrestling. He
yep.
loves that shit.
Didn't one of the Kelsey say the same thing?
Yeah,
Something
yep.
similar.
Well, yep,
So
he
I
said he
mean,
would think about it too. Well, I think Travis, nope, that wasn't him. It was Gronk. Gronk did
Gronk,
some shit with them too.
yeah, Gronk,
Yeah,
yeah,
he
Gronk
did some shit
already,
with them too. Yeah.
yep, he already been
Yep. So
participating. So once
yeah,
again, this is that correlation of it, and we're gonna
yeah,
be right here to tap in and keep you guys, in tuned and updated and the latest and greatest, whatever we can, man. So
yeah.
we wrap it all up on Sports Talks Wednesdays.
You know it. Hey, shout out to the women's the flag football league. I caught a game a couple weeks ago. Yeah, it's flag football.
Oh,
Hey,
I
bro.
watched one the
Oh
I
my
watched a couple of them
goodness.
too. Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
goodness. I was like, ooh, they out here balling. Like,
yeah,
yeah, it was fun to watch. It
yeah.
was fun to watch.
We're gonna have to start bringing clips for people, man. Especially all of these different
Yeah.
about the
These different
disc
sports.
football, that one or that disc, and then the pop shots and the this. My brother hit me up. He's like, "Man, did you know that they had pillow fighting championships?" I said, "Yeah, I've been
I
watching
seen
them
that.
too, bro.
I haven't
You
watched
know
it,
what
but
I
I
mean?
seen a clip of
I've
that. I was like,
watched,
really?
I've watched it, bro. Like, yeah, it's and once again, man, if you just think about this, man, just even now all the games and all of the things that you played as a little, if you would have known that you could have gone, bro, pillow fighting,
Professional
pop
pillow
shots,
fighter.
pop shot. Oh, what's the one where you throw the little bean bag? What's that called? What
Cornhole.
cornhole? Man, bro,
Cornhole.
that's
Yep.
what I'm saying.
Yep.
I was watching the cornhole championship this past weekend.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
bro,
Yep.
come
Yep.
on.
Yep.
These are things that is just like, man, frisbee golf. Like we did that because we didn't have nothing else to throw or nothing. Yeah, you be like, hey kid, let's try to get this frisbee over there in that basket.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
it's good to see, man. Good thing.
Yeah.
World of sports, right?
And it's
World of
and it's
sports.
people. It got people up. It got them active. It got them doing something instead of sitting on their ass being stagnant all day, every day, right?
Yep,
So however
yep,
long you out there for being active and that's good. That's good for your body. That's good for your
yep,
soul.
yep.
It's good for everything, man. It's good for us. It's good for them. Hey, you know,
Yeah.
keep us living longer, right? Define the
That part,
odds.
we need it, man. We need that. Like I said, we're in a world where everything is right in front of us. You ain't got to get up to go get food, and it be delivered, both groceries and cooked. Right. So your clothes, your toiletries. Shoot, we seen it where they remember that what you sent to me, man. The mobile
Mobile
wash
laundromat.
house, laundromat. Yeah, mobile laundromat. So if you living like I still got to get up and go do my laundry. Uh, check,
Shit, they
check,
got services
yeah,
that'll
they got
pull up to the house. You just hand them the
pull
bag.
up.
There you go.
Yeah, you just hand it
Thank
to them.
you. Thank you.
Right? You ain't even got to clean your own house no more. You got services
Nah.
that.
You,
So we are in a world where being lazy is amplified. It is, portrayed as it's okay. So anybody that's out there, like I said, running around doing some type of sport, staying active, keep doing it. Encourage it. Drag others to do it with you. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I know
Yeah.
even if you're just an
Just a
outdoors
walk.
person,
Shit.
just like yeah, I was about to say, just nature hiking, going out and just doing that, man. Some people just like to get out in nature and go into the hills and the mountains and just hike until they find some serenity. That's a
Yeah.
plus too. Just
I
take
just
some
walk up
people
my
with
street.
you. We ain't
I'm
all
in the
got it
woods. I
like
just walk up the street. I'm in the
I'm in the
woods, right?
desert,
Like,
so I got it. It's
yeah,
different.
you gotta bring water and shit and sunscreen and all kind of stuff, bro. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
definitely, man, keep it positive out there, you guys. You see somebody, man, give them some water, lend a helping hand, give some kind words, whatever you
Yeah.
can, man. Put a smile on somebody's face, but most importantly, put a smile on your own.
You know it. With that being said, man, we catch y'all on the next live. It
That's
might
what
be
we do.
Sunday. It'll definitely be Wednesday with the sports,
Yeah.
but
We got
look out for the
Wednesdays, we got
sessions.
Sundays, we got
Yeah,
question mark days coming
yeah,
through.
yeah. You might see some Stone Not Stupid lives. You never know.
That part.
Never
That
know,
part.
man. Putting something good in
Yeah.
your belly live. Y'all might catch it one time. I'm just saying.
Hey, man,
I'm just saying.
I'm with it. I'm with it. Shout out to everybody that's tapping in. Shout out to all the viewers. Shout out to
Yes,
like some
appreciate y'all.
comments. Shout out to the panel that came through, and shout out to the future panels that are gonna come through. A
Yes,
lot more to
sir.
go, lot more to give, man. So on that note, man, we just hit the 2 hour mark, man. Let's go ahead and put a wrap on this
Get
one.
out of here.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Things of that nature. Things of that nature.